Hey everybody, how's it going? Oh, I hope you guys are having an awesome time. I do have to change up something quick. Hold on 1 second. Just give me 1 second here. I need to be able to hear myself. All right, we're good. We're good. All right, how you guys doing tonight? I hope you're having a lovely evening, everybody. Hold on, we got to change the lighting situation here. I don't like the lighting as it is at this exact moment. So let's see if my remote's gonna work. Work. What's the point of this remote? I put batteries in this dang thing today. Why doesn't it work? This is supposed to remote control my lights. And instead it's doing nothing. So whatever, we'll turn on the light myself. Come on this journey. Come on this journey with me. All right, that light's on, and then we turn these ones off. Ba-bam. How you guys doing, huh? Hi. It's kind of cool having a camera that follows me around, ain't it? I can't go off camera now. Actually, I can. I can lock it anytime I want. But how you guys doing? I hope we're having a lovely night tonight. We are going to be talking about some Reggie. Interesting stuff happening because he's opening up about his time at GameStop and why he left. And very interesting what he talks about. We get some insight deep into the minds of the corporate side of GameStop. GameStop, man, hiccups. All right, I am going to say hi to everyone here in the chat. Then we'll get to the Reggie news. First, I want to remind you, as always, we are doing shots tonight. We do shots for every single night stream, at least until I say otherwise. You must drink responsibly. Please don't be stupid. Don't go drink and drive. Don't underage drink. Don't do anything dumb. Know yourself before you wreck yourself with the booze. Tonight, for anything under $5, so like $1 super chats, we just got some beer. Some nice ice cold beer. At $5 super chats tonight, we have the old rum chata. At $10, we do a shot of either UV blue or UV grape. I'll probably do the blue just to get rid of it. We're almost done with that. And then we'll move on to grape if I need to. $20 and up, we get out the Goldschlager. Still got probably 4 or 5 shots of that left. And then if we ever hit $100 in total super chats or a $100 super chat, we bust out the Don Julio tequila, which again, we're running low on that. We're running low on some of the bigger booze items, but we'll see. I'll worry about getting more of it when we actually run out. So yeah, that's a thing we do. If you ever want to super chat, but you don't want me to take a shot, all you have to do in the super chat is put the letters NS. NS means no shot. Okay? So that means you don't want me to take a shot. You just want to support. You just want the hype session, the dancing, the fun. By the way, anybody who does a $50 or higher super chat does get a special custom made up R&B, rap, whatever, T-Pain style track dropped on you off the top of my head. If you don't think it's real, if you don't think I do it, then just ask the chat because we dropped one last live stream for J-Lo, the only $50 person of the night, and J-Lo got a nice custom song dropped on her head out of nowhere. Totally unexpected. So we'll see what happens there. All right, let me say hi to everyone first, and then we will get into this Reggie news. And we'll talk about a few other things as well, that just some house cleaning, some stuff changing at the channel, all that kind of stuff. So first up, welcome Lily Young, one of our members of the board of directors. How's it going? By the way, if you would like to become a member of the board of directors, hit that join button as little as $3 a month. I joined my other 2 accounts to it as well to kind of help you guys out because we're at 152. I don't think this is updated. I didn't update. So we're actually at 152 out of 175. Let me actually go change that quick. I can go in here and change the goal so it actually reflects it correctly. So we are at, our goal is 175, and we're at 152. If we hit 175 members, there will be a members-only giveaway. Otherwise, there is no planned giveaways tonight. We are done with the Best Buy promotion we had last week. Still sorting out things with Best Buy on that front. And, oops, that is not the date I want. But we still have our members-only giveaways, and we still have our general giveaway for the entire month where we're giving away a PlayStation 5, an Xbox Series X, or Nintendo Switch using the Gleam.io link in every single video. That will be announced at the end of the month. Or actually, it's announced on April 1st. However, the person will be emailed and all that. So that is lovely. All right. So let me continue shouting people out. We got Tony0096 here. How's it going? Natsu, another member, member of the board of directors here. We have Don Lewis is here. Alexander Flores, Mojo Horizon, Aiden R. Hey, my son's name is Aiden. Yeah. We got, let's see here. Scrolling down the list, we got Jeremiah Kelly here. J-Lo is here. The one who got the custom track dropped last time. A member and moderator. How's it going? Another member is here in Donna Savoy. We have my lovely fiance who is also, obviously, a moderator here. How's it going, Yulia? We have Jennifer Powers. Oh, Powers, another member of the board of directors here. Logan LeBlanc is here. Joshua Mostoller, I don't know idea. I'm probably completely butchering it, but you all remember as well. How's it going? The Phantom Boy 90 is here. J Digital, another member is here. How's it going? We have Logan LeBlanc is here. Justin Leland is here. Scrolling down, we got Rick Rubicon, another member of the board of directors. How is it going, buddy? Let's see here. Birdman Senpai is here, another member and moderator. We have Charles Trudell here as well. Alexander Flores is here. Scrolling down that list. F2P underscore Chloe Wyvern is here. Epramify is here going. Let's see here. We have. I'm just scrolling down the list here as it goes. Anyone new? We got Pinecone 531 is here. How's it going, buddy? We got Slain is here. Nice. Let's see. Did I get everyone? I'm pretty close. I think, to everyone who's here. Alexander Flores, I already said hi to. Justin Aquatoad McGowan. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. We got Dark Dragon 19 here as well. Javier Nunez, I guess I should say. Welcome. Gabriel Gainey is here as well. Let me scroll down that list even more. We have. Man, is that everyone? That might be ever. JNC Gaming is here. Imian Soul is here. Goofus Maximus is here. And Sweet Life of Dio Brando, welcome, buddy. Jesus Calderon is here. What is up? What is up is here. We have King on Captain. Yeah, I think that's everybody. I think I did it. If I missed you, I apologize. I try really hard. It's not like I have a general list of everybody here. I literally have to scroll through chat and try to shout people out. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes it doesn't. All right, let's talk about the Reggie stuff, shall we? And hey, did the Denver Nuggets just win? I have no idea. I didn't see the end of the game. It'd be sweet if they won. I would love for the 76ers to lose. Oh, yeah, the Denver Nuggets won. That's great. All right. Now that I'm done, don't worry about basketball. I know the Bucks play tonight, but let me throw up the Reggie news here. All right. And see if I have this set up correctly. I think I have this set up to work. Oh, yeah, except that text isn't correct. It's not Friday. It's Monday. It's Monday Night Fun. It's a Monday night party. It's Monday night and I'm ready to rock. God, that's taking me back to old school Monday Night Football. All right, so here's the news about Reggie Fils-Aimé and GameStop's. The former Nintendo president, Reggie Fils-Aimé, reveals why he left GameStop. The retailer's executive team rebuffed his request to join the strategy planning team, so he bid GameStop adieu. Former Nintendo of America president Reggie Fils-Aimé has shared a new light on his surprise exit from GameStop's board of directors, saying in an interview with SXSW via Bloomberg that it came down to being locked out of conversations about how to turn the ship around. Before explaining why he left, Fils-Aimé discussed why he joined in the first place. After leaving Nintendo, Fils-Aimé joined GameStop's board of directors in April of 2020 at the onset of the pandemic, and with some thinking GameStop would go bankrupt before the launch of the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X/S, which that thought would have never occurred if people paid any attention to their actual debt and cash capital. Well, that's besides the point. GameStop actually is still positive in terms of their cash on hand. So why would Fils-Aimé join a company with a less than rosy outlook for the future? He explained that at the time he believed GameStop had the potential to be successful if its management took the right steps and had an action plan. I believe that the company could be successful. I believe that with taking the right action, that certainly the company would exist in time for the launch of the new system. And a company that services the core gaming audience the way they do would be able to have a successful future, he said. Fils-Aimé said that GameStop needed to pivot in a number of ways, including wrapping up its e-commerce portfolio and services and generally finding ways to better satisfy its customer base. The PlayStation 5 and Series X/S released in November of 2021, and GameStop remains solvent. As Fils-Aimé said, the retailer was able to maximize its riches from those systems and the more profit-driving games sold for them. At this time, billionaire businessman entrepreneur Ryan Cohen, the founder of online pet food company Chewy, had assumed control of GameStop. Fils-Aimé said that Cohen pushed for more aggressive change at GameStop. What's more, Fils-Aimé said that GameStop's board of directors had already gone through a number of bruising fights with shareholders, and management didn't want to go through that again. As for why Fils-Aimé eventually left GameStop's board of directors, he said it came down to Cohen and other management not wanting to listen to his advice. Despite Fils-Aimé being an industry veteran and one of the most experienced business executives in gaming on the planet. The issue was that as the strategy was beginning to be developed, I asked to be part of the team to develop the strategy. I knew the business. I knew it as a consumer. I knew it as a vendor. I had pretty strong opinions on how the business needed to be pivoted, but I was rebuffed, Fils-Aimé said. The perspective was, Reggie, we want to keep the team small, so it's going to be myself and a few of the people I brought on board. Fils-Aimé flat out said that Cohen and the team around him didn't know this business and they don't understand the players. So Fils-Aimé basically went to the current CEO of GameStop and was like, bro, you don't know what the hell you're doing in this industry. I do. Hello, I ran Nintendo of America during the Wii, the Wii U, the launch of the Switch, the 3DS, the DS. I was there. I ran it. I helped the turnaround. It wasn't just, you can give all the credit to Iwata, and Iwata deserves a lot. But Reggie Fils-Aimé was there for all of it. In all of the meetings. In fact, he was so impactful at Nintendo, he rose up and became a member of the board of directors in Nintendo of Japan. That's how high Reggie Fils-Aimé rose up. To be one of the board of directors on one of the leading console manufacturers, well, the leading console manufacturer in the world at the moment. So yeah, maybe listening to Reggie Fils-Aimé's advice on the very industry you're struggling in might be useful. I don't know. I'm just saying that, hey, Cohen, you might not be a bad guy, but you're definitely not open to actual outside thought processes. You're very much, I want yes men. I'm bringing in my people that say yes to me, not going to listen to anybody else. And Reggie had a huge problem with that because Reggie came on with the expectation that they would at least listen to his thoughts. Maybe they wouldn't use it. Maybe they wouldn't implement his ideas. But he could at least get some input to help turn around GameStop. Seems reasonable to at least listen, right? It's not even about, them actually doing what he says. He just wanted them to listen to what he had to say that could potentially help with the formation of their new progress with the company moving forward. That's all he was asking. And if they were worried about Reggie leaking things, Reggie's never leaked a damn thing in his life. Does he know that he only worked for Nintendo? Well, again, they don't know anything about this industry. Nintendo's never, Reggie Fils-Aimé has never leaked a damn thing in his life. Reggie doesn't leak things. He's like one of the most trustworthy executives you can have. He probably knows future things happening at Nintendo right now that he's not talking about. That's not who he is. Anyways, I took that as code for thank you, but we really don't want any other ideas. For me, that's not acceptable. No shit. You thought you were brought on because of your experience, and then they're going to ignore it. They're not even going to give you the ability to hear what the plans are so you can maybe provide some input. So why the hell did GameStop want Reggie Fils-Aimé in the first place? To this day, the current GameStop management has not articulated its strategy for success in the future, and Fils-Aimé didn't want to stick around to see how it all played out. There is not an articulated strategy. Leadership says, well, we don't want to articulate our strategy because we don't want anyone to steal our strategy. Articulating is a business strategy is critical, Fils-Aimé said, saying management needed to have briefed its business partners, vendors, and employees and shareholders, but it never did and apparently still hasn't. So not only was Reggie's input not allowed to even exist while he was on the board, the board members that were handling the future strategy for the company wouldn't even share that strategy with the rest of the board, let alone management, let alone vendors. So there's all this stuff happening at GameStop as a business, and yet these people at the top being like, we have a strategy, we have a key idea, but we can't share it with anyone or someone's going to steal it. Well, you also can't implement it if you don't actually share it with management. So if management and the board isn't privy to what your ideas are, it's like they don't exist. You might as well not have the rest of the board of directors because you're telling them you don't matter. You are irrelevant. Bye-bye. See ya. Oh, worried about our vendors. Oh, you know what? Screw it. We can't say anything because someone's going to steal our idea. Who? There's no other leading video game only vendor in the world but you, GameStop. You're it. It's a bunch of General, Amazon, Walmart. Guess what? All your competitors are already doing well. Amazon isn't going to need to shift its focus or shift its strategy to compete with whatever the hell you're working on. Walmart doesn't need to shift its strategy. Best Buy doesn't need to shift its strategy. All your competitors in your space are doing significantly better than you in your space. They ain't looking to GameStop for guidance. They ain't looking at, oh, what's this unique idea that the CEO has? They're not looking to copy GameStop when GameStop hasn't proven to be successful. They're not, this is dumb. It's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard of. Why? You're not going to listen to Reggie. You're not going to inform anybody, even on the board. Reggie's a part of the board. And he can't find out what the strategy is, even to this very day. And it's been 2 years. Someone could argue they don't have a strategy. When no one's heard of what this strategy is in 2 years, does it even exist? Are they unwilling to admit that they don't actually have a plan, that they don't actually have a strategy? Because it's entirely possible as well. Oh, you can't know what it is because it doesn't exist. Anyways, and GameStop, by the way, took massive advantage of all of the short selling and all the stock, upselling, and pretty much all the executives at GameStop made a crap load of money because of all of that. So while the public was busy trying to profit, they were actually making the executives a shitload of money too, but that's neither here nor there. Goes on to say, Fils-Aimé ended his comments by saying this is a marked change from the other boards he has sat on, including Brunswick Corporation, which makes very fancy boats, and the toy company Spin Master. Also, obviously, he ran Pizza Hut for some time, and Nintendo. Obviously, those are the his two biggest positions he's ever held. Was obviously, being at the tippity top of Pizza Hut, coming up with the Bigfoot Pizza and all that, helping Pizza Hut turn around their business with stiff competition from Toppers and Domino's and Papa John's and all that. And then obviously joining Nintendo and helping them turn things around after the GameCube. So yeah, he's got obviously massive experience on multiple boards in multiple industries. And he's saying this is the only board that operates in this way. All these other companies that he's been part of are still massively successful to this day. Maybe GameStop, the way you're doing things, it's fine to do things different. You don't have to be like everybody else, but you have to be something. You have to have communication, at least with other board members, and then you won't communicate with your shareholders. Now, the reason they won't communicate with their shareholders is because the person who came in and became CEO actually owns a huge chunk of shares, and it's extremely hard to remove him from being CEO. So he kind of sort of tried to become his own boss. But dude, it's ridiculous. So I feel for Reggie, man. I feel for Reggie. I feel for that entire relationship. He came in on good faith, probably was barely being paid that much because he wasn't doing it full time, and basically thought he was coming in to be an advisor, coming in to help, coming in to provide industry veteran experience to the future direction of a retail outlet. Keep in mind, Reggie launched a retail outlet for Nintendo New York. He launched it. It was his idea to launch that store. That store to this day is more profitable than any GameStop store in existence. If you actually dig through Nintendo's financials, Nintendo New York is in there. and its margins in the middle of New York City at a prime location where it cost millions of dollars per month to be in that location. Nintendo New York. Maybe he knows something about retail, knows about dealing with customers through Pizza Hut and obviously the toy maker that he's on the board with. Maybe he knows something about dealing with consumers, dealing with storefronts, dealing with vendors, things that he has actually dealt with throughout his, 40-year career. So I really don't know what's happening here. I don't really know what's going on at GameStop. And maybe this direction that this, CEO has will bear fruit for them someday. But when you don't communicate it, nothing's changing. Nothing's actually changed at GameStop. Like they launched that credit card program years ago. That's still going on. Sometimes they close stores. Sometimes they don't. And that's basically it. We haven't actually seen anything change. I've talked with GameStop management. They haven't heard of any changes. Because of course they haven't, because there's no communication. Nothing's changed. Oh, they made a bunch of money at PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X launch. Of course, they make a bunch of money at all system launches. Sure, they made out at the launch of the OLED. So, those only come around once every 5 years. So now what? It's frustrating. Obviously, Reggie just said, you know what? Why am I even here if you're not even going to listen to what I have to say? Again, not do what I'm saying. Listen and take my input. That's all Reggie really wanted. He wanted input. He wanted them to hear out an industry veteran's business perspective on what GameStop could do moving forward. And they wouldn't even hear him out, let alone let him know, and the rest of the board, what they're planning. And it's been over 2 years. And they still don't know what they're planning. So he waited and waited, and he waited some more to hear what this plan was. A year went by. The plan still wasn't articulated to anybody. Reggie requested again. Got denied. Said, you know what? Why am I here? I'm doing nothing. You're paying me to do nothing. Reggie was doing nothing. What was the point of having him there if you weren't going to dip into his deep knowledge of the industry? He thought he could legitimately help GameStop turn it around. He's partnered with GameStop in the past. Xenoblade Chronicles was launched exclusively at GameStop in America. He's partnered with them. He's done midnight releases with them in the past. Been at their stores. I don't know. It just GameStop, by the way, is not going anywhere anytime soon. They're doing fine, especially after all that stock stuff. GameStop's in a really great place at the moment, but it's a temporary place that as we get deeper and deeper and deeper into the current generation, is it going to last? I have no idea. So that's kind of the Reggie stuff. I'm going to read some of you guys' comments on this. Yes, he ran Pizza Hut, came up with the Bigfoot pizza. If you guys ever remember the Bigfoot pizza from like late 90s, early 2000s, that was him. It was his idea to get a promotion going that would turn it around. He wanted something that can compete with like $5 footlongs and some of the other promotions other pizza joints were doing and wanted to outdo them. The Bigfoot pizza was awesome, by the way. I think it had like a 3-year run. So, I mean, that for a promotion, that's pretty long. Because obviously these promotions are meant to be temporary. The Pizza Hut has done a lot of them. They have like the Valentine's heart pizzas and the pumpkin pizzas and a lot of weird promotions like that don't really stick around. I think the only one that stuck around long haul was the big box deal, right? Where you get like the square pizza with the little side of Cinesticks and some wings or whatever. Like that deal's been around for a while now. That was obviously ended up not being temporary. But Bigfoot Pizza was a big deal back when they did have that. Yeah, and they've had it come back a couple of times actually. So, yeah, Bigfoot Pizza was a huge success, and he left basically shortly after it became a huge success because he was offered a position at Nintendo to be their president and CEO of Nintendo America, which I'm assuming might have had a salary bump included too. I doubt he took less money to be at Nintendo, and it was a completely new industry, and he flourished. He did amazing with Nintendo. So well, he rose to positions in Nintendo of Japan, which that doesn't happen for American execs. They don't rise to levels of authority at Nintendo of Japan. But Reggie Fils-Aimé did. That lets you know just how important he was to Nintendo at that time. So, and give Reggie credit. He gave Nintendo apparently, 8 months notice or something like that he was planning to leave. So, credit to him on that. It wasn't like he just left Nintendo high and dry. 2-week notice, I'm out. Peace. No, Nintendo knew for a while. They had time to plan. And that's why it was so, it was a much smoother transition, obviously, than Satoru Iwata getting to, Shintaro Furukawa, because no one expected Satoru Iwata to pass, whereas they knew Reggie was going to go, so they were kind of grooming Doug Bowser, to take over. Yeah, but yeah, that's an insane story, man. Was he responsible for the PS1 demo disc that hurt? Maybe. I have no idea. It's kind of like we heard that when Phil Spencer joined Microsoft, he did a huge crash course on, I think, the PlayStation 1 and the N64. I think he said. Was it the Xbox didn't exist yet. So I think it was PS1 and N64, because he didn't. When Phil Spencer, believe it or not, as much as he's beloved by gamers now, didn't know a lot about the gaming industry when he joined Microsoft to work in the gaming industry. So what he did is he just played a shitload of PS1 and N64 games to really figure out what about gaming is special, what appeals, et cetera, and that ultimately led to where he is today. So he recently came out and talked about that. It was kind of cool hearing that that was how he got started in video games, is playing PS1 and N64. Kind of, to me, a pretty good generation to hop in on gaming. Pizza Hut, hand down the best pizza recipes. I don't know. I'm not here to debate on who's the best pizzeria, the best fast food pizzeria. Because I have an affinity for Domino's because my dad worked there and was a supervisor for many years, and so I grew up on Domino's pizza, and I still love it to this day. Prime example. Look at this. I got a Domino's garlic butter dip cup just sitting here at my desk, unused, unopened, in case I ever decide I want a little taste, because I like Domino's pizza. I like their sauce. I like their seasoning. You guys remember when they used to have the Domino's pizza bread twists? They were called bread sticks, but they were like long and like this, and they were done by hand. I know how they were made because I used to make them when I worked there. They don't do those anymore. It's the same seasoning today, so the bread sticks are still fine, but they were much better as the bread twists. But they were a lot more complicated to make. Let's put it that way. You had to use like a deep dish pan. You had to oil it with, or I think it was butter we used. Then you had to spread out the pizza dough because it was made with the same dough the hand tossed pizzas are, and then you'd spread it out, and then you'd have to cut it into strips and then hand twist it, put it in there, and then when you get done, you got to flip it over. There'd be a grate on top. You flip the grate over on top of this thing, and you just lather on. Oh, it was so delicious. But we ruined a lot of grates because of those things, which is why I think they stopped doing it. Those grates were not, in case you want to taste. Oh, just a taste. If you just want to dip the tip. If you just want to dip the tip. I made sure to have 2 of them so I can double dip. Or maybe we just do double pour. Anyways. How you guys doing tonight? Are we having fun? You having a good time yet? Is the crowd going wild? Woo! And the crowd goes wild. We have so much fun around here, don't we? I think we do. Maybe I'm wrong. All right. Are you not entertained? Switch is 5 years old. Man, are we gonna get the seal broken tonight? Man, I've been waiting to crack a beer this whole stream. Speaking of cracking the seal, bada bing, bada boom. Thank you, Eric Winstead. $20. Woo! Got my PS5 order today. Hope you're well, bro. Yeah, dude. I heard a lot of people got that PS5 drop today. Nice, dude. I'm glad you hit it. I'm glad you got it. Congratulations. It might be a lot harder soon. Sounds like a major Foxconn factory is shutting down over COVID, right? So all these systems might just be getting a lot harder to get really, really soon. Really, really soon. But congratulations, man. Enjoy it, dude. It's a fun system. I can't wait to get another one. I probably won't have another one of my own until sometime this summer after our cruise. My fiance and I are going on a cruise. So sometime after then, I might budget out and get myself a PS5. Because I would like to get another one. I really do miss it. I play my Xbox quite frequently, and I'd like to mix in some PlayStation gaming, and I just don't do that right now. Let me know what you think about that Mario Kart 8 DM you sent. Maybe tomorrow or Thursday. Tomorrow is my gaming night. The thing is, for Mario Kart 8, I'm thinking of playing it. I might put off our game night till Friday because I'm waiting for that DLC to drop. That DLC drops this week, guys. Mario Kart 8 DLC, baby! Woo! That drops this week. So I'm kind of waiting until Friday, and then maybe we can do the stream then, you know? Cheers, though. Oh, baby. Is that another one I see? Is that another one I spy? Are we playing the I Spy game? Oh, damn. Thank you so much. The Kai Chronicles with the $10 Canadian. Says Reggie has a book coming out in May. Great read. I got an advanced copy. Nice, man. Great BTS look at what happened during the Wii U and Switch era. Iwata's passing is hard, but a beautiful part of the book. I bet. I know he was pretty close with Iwata, so I think closer than most American execs probably ever got with them. So, all right, let's get a rum chata in for that one. The $10 is Canadian, not USD. We base our shots off USD. But I do appreciate the Kai Chronicles. You are awesome. Drop likes on the stream. We got 90 plus people watching, only 49 likes. What's going on? By the way, folks, if we do hit our member goal up this way, at 175, we're at 152 right now. You can join for as little as $3 a month. We will do a giveaway just for the members. It's just something nice I like to do for the members when we hit certain goals, certain milestones. And then after that, it's 200, baby. Well, let's get to 175 first. Let's see what happens. Maybe we should drop it. Maybe we should go to... Maybe we should drop it. You know what? Let's drop it. Let's drop it. 175. That to me just feels... That feels too ambitious. Let's go up 10 at a time. Let's go up 10 at a time. Let's go like this. Let's go to 160. Let's just keep going. Let's make this feel more attainable stream to stream by making the goals smaller goals. Smaller goals means smaller things given away, but still. Let's get this queued up here. What's the date today? Whoops, why do I... Well, whatever. You know what? That doesn't really matter. All right. Woo! Hello, Prime! Oh, baby. I don't have my sunglasses. So, this is all you get today. We'll be right back. Baby, got the shades, Had to go grab the shades. I don't know why they were upstairs because I can barely see out of those sunglasses. That's why they're down. Like literally, they're extremely dirty and blurry. So thanks so much, Justin Slomsky, saying hello, Prime. Hello. How you doing? You having a good time? All right. Let's get this first one out of the way, and then we'll get one of those UV blues set up here. But I'll get that UV blue poured right now. Did the camera go rum chata or shy guy? I don't know. I don't really talk to the camera much. What's the camera have? What's the camera say? Come on, camera. All right. Let's get this rummy out of the way. And then we'll follow this up quickly with the Blue Lagoon over here, the blue vodka. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Already a patron here. So not going to sub in 2 places. You mean you're not going to be like me? I think I've subbed to myself like 5 times. Oh, I'm going to be updating our Patreon soon. We're only going to have 2 tiers of subs soon on Patreon. People are probably going to get mad about it, but I really don't care. I got to do what I got to do. I got to do what's best for me. Simplify things a bit. Stop over-promising, under-delivering, yada, yada, yada. Make things nice and easy. Nice and easy. All right. Just thought of the vodka. Makes me sick now. I mean, this is UV vodka, too. So it's flavored. There's maybe 1 shot of that left. Just trying to get rid of it. I don't mind the grape one that much. That blue one, though. GameStop. All right, guys. So you guys can ask questions. All you got to do is ping me in the chat. Ping at Nintendo Prime in the chat. Ask me questions. Ask away. And we'll have a conversation. We'll see how it goes. I'm just checking something. I want to know if Brook Lopez played yet. He was supposed to come back today. He might not have subbed in yet, so I'm just checking the old box score here. No, he has not subbed in yet. Okay. I don't want to miss Brook Lopez's debut. I have the game up here, so I can watch it while I stream a little bit. Shouldn't be too distracting. I just wanted to see if you got it. Don Lewis! Welcome. You have become the latest member of the board of the directors. Come on up! Let's go. Remember, Don, our elevator has a toilet to your left. Let me flush it for you quick. See? I don't know where the water goes. I didn't install this, but special request of the board. Executive decision made to add this so you have something to relieve yourself on the way up to the tippity top. Welcome to the board of directors and the executive suite. Don, love you, man. Thanks for joining and becoming a leader. That puts us at 153 out of 167 to go for a giveaway tonight for our members. All right. Lily Young followed it up, by the way. Quick, hold up. Woo! So Lily Young, $2 super chat. Thank you so much. I got you the NS. Thank you for using NS. Again, NS means no shot, everyone. So if you'd like the super chat and don't want me to do shots, that is totally fine. Just drop NS at the beginning or end of your super chat. Doesn't matter either way. And I will know not to do a shot, even though that would have just been a beer shot. This is for Yulia, joking with me earlier. Yulia is awesome. I love that girl, man. She is the light of my life. And this might be her favorite sound. Oh, she loves the whales. The whale. By the way, do we have any haters in the chat? Is there anybody here who just doesn't like me? Seriously, I got a button for you. I really hope there's like one person watching that really doesn't like me. Probably isn't, because I think I have it on subscriber only mode. But let's just say, if a hater comes at me. Yeah, that's right. That's right. The cats come out. The cats come out. Is the 8-ball not work? I don't even know if the 8-ball works. Does the 8-ball work still? I have no idea. Let's see if it works. I literally don't know if the 8-ball still works. I hope the 8-ball still is right. You guys, you can use 8-ball in the chat and ask random questions. But I don't know if the 8-ball works. I haven't tested it in a long time. Oh, it does still work. The 8-ball says sure. All right, so there you go. The magic 8-ball still works. You can still ask it yes and no questions. All right, we have a question come in from, let's see here. Natsu says, when membership gifting is implemented, will gifted memberships count towards the member goals? Yes. Gifted memberships will count. I don't know when they're adding that. It's a thing they have on Twitch that YouTube announced last year. They're going to be adding at some point. We don't know when. But when gifted memberships are added, absolutely they will count towards the goal. So let's say someone wants to gift 7 memberships. Sure. They're a little crazy. Sometimes the item I give away might not be worth the amount of gifts, but it just works us up closer and closer and closer. Yeah. You know, we love the members and our patrons and everything else because obviously they make things go round and round and round and make me not as reliant on ad revenue. Let's see here. We had another question in, and I do see a new member, Justin Aqua McGowan. You are the latest member of the board of directors of the Tether Prime. You have joined the champion ranks. Hop on the elevator to the board. Justin! Again, use our toilet, please. I don't need to smell that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, there's some fresh potpourri over there. Duh. Keep it smelling fresh on the way to the tippity top. Oh, thanks for flushing. I appreciate it. And we're there. Welcome. Welcome to the executive suite. Don't worry, we have toilets all over the place on the executive suite. You'll be nice and fresh. So fresh and so clean. All right, so we got let me see. We had a question come in from Joshua Mostaller earlier. Said rumors have Sakurai is making a new game of fabled IP. Any guesses? No. Sakurai did not say he was making a game at all. Sakurai, in fact, said he is working on something, and don't be surprised if it's not gaming related. Sakurai basically told you it's not a game. He's not working on a game. Maybe he's working on a TV show. Maybe he's working on something like that. Maybe he's working on a toy line. I have no idea. But he's not working on a game. People are overestimating his statement. His statement essentially said he's not making a game right now. His new project is not a game. Straight from the lion's mouth. So any rumors, oh, he's working on this. No. He literally stated himself, don't be surprised, it's not a game. Let's see here. I installed the toilet. Wait, Natsu installed the answer to where it goes. Don't worry about it, and don't fall into the elevator shaft. Do I collect Pokemon cards? No. Do I have Pokemon cards? Yes. Did I used to collect Pokemon cards as a child? Yes, hence why I have Pokemon cards. But no, I don't collect them anymore. I haven't collected them in 20 years. 25 years, probably. Let's see here. Favorite Kirby power-up from older titles? I mean, anything involving a sword, to me, was always fun. That's because I was such a Zelda guy. So, kind of a cop-out answer because it's such a basic power-up. But, I don't know, there's something nice about the basics sometimes. And Brooke Lopez is in the game. Hell yeah, Brooke Lopez. Shoot the ball, Brooke Lopez. Or just give it to Giannis for a dunk! Let me see here. Scrolling down for more questions. JLo says, is the percentage taken from Super Chats and memberships the same? Memberships is a little bit lower. So memberships is slightly better than Super Chats. Obviously, YouTube, wanting to promote, hey, it's recurring revenue for the creator and YouTube. So they take a slightly smaller cut, so then you can, hopefully, feel more confident in renewing your membership every single month when it comes to supporting the creator. Let's see here. What's your most anticipated 2022 game? My most anticipated game. Probably Breath of the Wild 2. I mean, I don't think is there even a question about it? I'm pretty, like Breath of the Wild 2. You could be in the same space as a gassy black Labrador Retriever. I mean, I've been there. I've had dogs my whole life. I've been there. Our dog, just today, while Yulia and I were watching Raising Dion, we were watching season 2 of Raising Dion before the kids got off the bus, and our dog let out a nice, silent, but deadly one. Because we have our own dog, and it was Yulia kept blaming me, and I'm like, mine don't smell like that. Holy crap. That was definitely the dog. Maybe it was Yulia, and she was just trying to pass it off on me, and then let me just blame the dog. Yulia, be honest. It was you, wasn't it? You were clapping your own cheeks. There's a second season of Raising Dion? Yes, there is. And it's, Brooke Lopez with the 3. Welcome back, Brooke. Love it. Splash Mountain, baby. Bucks are undefeated when Brooke Lopez plays this year because he only played one game. Then he had back surgery, which is kind of a big deal. Smart girl. I've been gassy since yesterday. I ate a whole bunch of beans. What beans? Beans, the magical fruit. The more you eat, the more you toot. You mean that thing I learned when I was a child is true? The more beans you eat, the more happens? What the heck? What do I think of the Gen 9 starters? I think they look great, and I'm going with Quaxley, baby. Quaxley for life. I know most people are going to go with the stupid, cute cat thing. No. Quaxley, baby. Quaxley. 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 Quaxley! Thank you. Thank you very much. Yep. Quaxley. I know. He's the best. I know. Let's see here. Your most eagerly anticipated game is Splatoon 3. Yeah, dude, Splatoon 3 is up there too, man. I'm just so excited for everything happening at this exact moment, you know? Nintendo is such a killer lineup. It's hard for me to, like, not look forward to everything they have coming. I mean, what's next? Nintendo Switch Sports? Like, I'm looking forward to that one too. So, like, he reminds you of Donald Duck. That's not why I went with him. I just really liked I just like the look of him. Now, hopefully his evolutions live up to the look. I have no idea if they will. Game Explain stole your thumbnail. Or did I steal theirs? I might have stole theirs. No, it's more like I probably used theirs. I don't know whose thumbnail it was. I basically just looked up Reggie and Game Explain on Google Images. And that was one of the images that popped up. Oh, wait a second. So I didn't create this image. But did they see my live stream and then use my thumb? And slap why Reggie left GameStop on top? Because my thumbnail, I have no idea who made it. My thumbnail. Wow, Game Explain. Wow, I know members of your team that follow my channel. Come on now. Come on, GameStop. Come on, Game Explain. My thumbnail is just some random image I found on Google Images, but, like, come on. You know I'm live. Bastards. That's whatever. Things happen. Quaxley is basically Mario Duck. I love it, dude. Quaxley looks so good. He's my favorite of all of them, man. I just like ducks. It's probably there's a duck bias. There's a duck bias in my house for me. Kind of advice for Luigi's Mansion 3 whenever Nintendo Prime send me it. Yeah. No, I got you, Flores. I know. We're good. I got you. You gotta remember that was a GameStop thing or a Best Buy thing. So, like, a lot of it's me waiting on them to respond. Oh, Best Buy. Some people got it, like, right away. Some people had to wait a few days. Best Buy is what it is, you know. That's the thing about sponsorship giveaways is there's a lot of just waiting on them to sort out their shit. Best Buy's system is really funky too. Like, they were supposed to pay me like a small percentage, like a little, I don't even know what it is, like 2% of whatever of extra on top of the sales that we did, and, like, it's not working. I don't know. We'll see. As long as they get everyone their copies of games, we'll work with Best Buy again in the future. I'm not too worried about it, but their back end system could use some work. They need to hire some legit programmers. They should hire Eric. Eric's a legit programmer. They should hire him. Someone needs to redo that back end they're using because it's rough. It's rough. But I mean, hey, you guys, actually got quite a bit. Ordered quite a bit of stuff. Like if we just look at orders from like this month, you guys are doing crazy. Where's my overview here? I can't show you this backing because I'm not allowed to. But we've had 1,234 total clicks on our links to buy games down in the description, and that's led to $280, including $31 just today. So like people are using our links and getting us those kickbacks from Best Buy. I really do appreciate the kickbacks that we're getting. So you guys are awesome. Definitely a lot more interactions than I expected. I guess people don't mind buying from Best Buy, and if it can kick back to the channel, why not? What's up, Paul Gale Network? Fist bumping, buddy. Let's see here. Quacks. Let's see here. This year's anticipated Nintendo lineup is fire. Just imagine next year. Oh, hell yeah, man. I mean, next year is probably going to be dry. I suspect a new Mario game, maybe Metroid Prime 4. I think next year is going to be kind of a down year, but we'll see. Next year might be the year of DLC because all these games coming out this year probably have DLC landing next year. So it might be like DLC heaven next year. But we'll see. Game Explain is Game Explain, man. Hey, you know what, Game Explain? Using that thumbnail, if you accidentally get people to click on my live stream instead, I greatly appreciate it. So thank you. Thank you, Game Explain, for any potential new viewers we get. For you reusing my thumbnail, I appreciate it. Get me some extra viewers. If we pop up to 200, 300, 400 live viewers, I'll know why. Because people see the thumbnails and get confused and click on mine. So Donna Savoy says, I got an email from Amazon saying that they are taking pre-orders for Breath of the Wild 2 that is to release on January 2nd, 2023. Have you seen or heard anything about this? No. No, I have not. I've not heard anything about it. No. Can you forward me that email, Donna? At Nathan at NintendoPrime.net. Actually, forward it to tips. Forward it to tips at NintendoPrime.net. That's our tip hotline. Oh yeah, a couple announcements I had. So we have a new email for submitting news or tips or rumors that people might have. It's tips, TIPS, at NintendoPrime.net. If you win a giveaway, by the way, we will now use, and moderators note this, we are now using giveaway at NintendoPrime.net, not Nathan at NintendoPrime.net. So we're separating our giveaways into its own email. So if we happen to hit member giveaway tonight, that will be the email that we need to share with people. So note that to our moderators. I'll try to notate it. If we do a giveaway tonight, I'll try to notate it on Discord as well and our moderator chat so everybody knows whether they're here or not. Speaking of giveaways, I'm going to show you guys a couple giveaways we got up here for E3. So E3 is happening. So is Summer Game Fest. We're doing hundreds and hundreds of giveaways. We're banking up giveaway items. And I have a couple I can show you right here. So you guys know we gave away some art last year. We're not going to, people really, really enjoyed those art. They really liked that they could win it. First up, we got some Star Fox. Look at that. It's sealed and everything. Last year, we framed these before we sent them out. I'm not sure if I'm going to frame them this year or not. Apparently, most people that received the art items last year, the glass and everything was broken, and I don't want people getting hurt. So what we might do is just stick 2 pieces of cardboard on either side before we put it in an envelope or put it in a box. But yeah, this is one of the giveaway arts that we have for you guys, for Star Fox fans out there. Absolutely gorgeous out by Raylan Graphics is the artist. So that's Star Fox. And then we got, for all you Pokemon fans out there, we got Generation 9 dropping this year. Probably going to see some of it at E3. We'll see. We got some Pokemon here. Do I know them all? Eevee, Snorlax, Magikarp, Master Ball, Pikachu, and I don't know you or you. But, or you. There's a lot of little surprises. Anyways, we got some Pokemon art, also by Raylan Graphics, as well, and we'll ship that the same way. Because, again, when we shipped it when we shipped it in a frame, the frame's all broke, and the glass broke and all that. So we don't want people getting hurt. So we'll ship it a different way. But yeah, those are some. Whoops! Hey, that's the giveaway art. Get over here, camera. Why'd you run away from me? It got confused. You got confused, didn't you, camera? Hey, you working now? No, you're working now. Yeah, now you are. It got confused because it was trying to follow the faces of the art. Anyways, that is some giveaways that we have for E3 right now. I don't know. You guys let me know. Are you excited about that stuff? I think it looks nice. I think it's nice, personally. But what do you guys think? It was just something I saw and I had to get. I had to get it for the giveaway for E3. So throughout, you guys know how it goes. Leading up to E3, we tease little things here and there that we're giving away. Sometimes we just announce it. Sometimes we show it. So you guys let me know what you think about all of that. Looks dope. Yeah, man. Yeah, Yulia, I saw your little comment. You missed an opportunity, Nate. You could have put it just the tip at NintendoPrime.net. I could have. You're telling me I should rename it to just the tip? I think I could still rename the email. The just the tip. But I'm trying to be professional about it, because what if like a company contacts me through it and like, oh yeah, we want to submit our press releases to your news email. We'll just the tip. Do I care? do I care? Just the tip. Okay. I like it. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm gonna see if I can rename it right now. I'm not even gonna wait. Can I rename it right now? Let me go to my Google admin crap. Again, I can't show you guys this because it involves a bunch of admin logins and passwords, but it might even involve my phone because sometimes it yells at me and says, grab your phone. Nope, let me do it. So let me see if I can update a user email. I think it's just, yeah, this is the one. This is the one. Let's proceed. Let's update that email address. Oh yeah, I can. Just the tip. Got it. It's updated. All right. It is now just the tip. Yes, there's two T's. JUSTTHETIP. God, it took me a second to think about that. So just the tip. There you go. It is now just the tip. Just the tip. So it is now just the tip at NintendoPrime.net. You officially have the most awesome email. Yeah, that again, that's for news tips, stuff like that. So, well, we're leaving the giveaway one as giveaway at NintendoPrime.net, so I don't get confused when I log in and go, "What the hell is this for?" Leaving it as giveaway, it's just easy for me to. Or is it giveaways? Dang it! Is it plural? Dang it! I don't even know my own. I'm pretty sure it's giveaway. Let me glance. Let me go to all users. Manage. Yeah, it's just giveaway. No S. Yeah. All right. Oh boy. There you go, honey. There you go. One of your tips made it into the channel. Thank you so much. I really want to see those Amazon emails. Oh boy. Yeah. Let me know if you get it. Okay. I mean, because I just changed my email too. Did you email it to the new email or the old one I told you? I'll go look right now. But I don't have to do that. Oh, sorry, I was going into incognito mode. I don't actually have to do that anymore. I set it up so I don't have to do that. I did not receive it. Let me check my spam folder though. Also, if you sent it to tips, it might not have worked. So you might have to redo it and send it to just the tip. Yeah. So you might have to resend it. You might have to resend it. So it goes to the right email since I just changed it on you. So see, now I feel bad. Someone was actually going to send something and then I messed it up. I can't wait to announce that publicly on the community section and on Twitter. So, guys, got any news tips for us? Please use just the tip at NintendoPrime.net. Hell no, you're not getting Switch Sports. Damn. Should I send my tip? If you have a news tip, yes. If you got anything else, like if you're just, I don't know, we're right here. Let's talk, baby. Let's talk. That's what she said. Jesus. They sell plexi only frames pretty cheap. They do. I know. But we've had plexi only frames crack. So some of the frames we sent were plexi and they cracked. So put it this way: USPS is very abusive to packages. Like beyond abusive to packages. The bright side, none of the art ever got ruined. So that is like the bonus of even if the frame and the glass or the plexi is ruined, like the actual art wasn't ruined. But man, dude, USPS is so abusive. I mean, they all are. UPS, they're all just, they beat the hell out of packages, man. They kick them around, you know? Oh my God. Eric! Stop it! That's what happens when the tip hits your crack. You know, bowling, dude, that bowling stuff looks insane. That whole like 100-person group tournament thing they have, dude, that looks sick. They're pretty careless with all of it. Yeah, dude. All these companies are pretty careless. I once sold a Super Nintendo and shipped at USPS, and the buyer showed me the pictures. It was useless and non-functional. I packed it so well too. Yeah, man. We sent my old computer. I sold it when we upgraded. I sold my old computer, and I packed the hell out of it. And the guy sent me pictures when it arrived. Everything worked, by the way, because I wasn't dumb. I didn't leave the GPU plugged in. I separated the GPU out, wrapped it in a crap load of bubble wrap. Tried really hard to package it really well. And everything worked, but the box that it was shipped in was just beat to all fucking hell. Like, that's just how it goes at all these shipping places. It's really hard to get things shipped well. If you ever wonder why, like, Origin PC that makes, like, these, or is it Origin? I don't know. Whatever, there's some PC company that makes, like, these insane water-cooled PCs, sends them literally in wooden crates. There's a reason, because that's, like, the only way to guarantee damage doesn't happen. Because they just get beat up so much. Capital or lowercase? It's all lowercase, just the tip at NintendoPrime.net. That's just for news, rumors, submissions, etc. All of that's for that. That's all that email is for. It's just for submitting news and or rumors. Because, you know, you might go, Nate, why do you need that? Other YouTubers don't have emails like that. Well, other YouTubers aren't like me. I'm not aware of everything. I don't follow everything. I do my best. But it's nice to wake up in the morning, go and check the email and see, hey, look, maybe we got some new rumors. Maybe we got some new news. Maybe we got some things I didn't miss. Because you'd be surprised how many people DM me or message me on Discord and end up submitting things to me that end up appearing in my videos. Happens more often than you think, because hey, if I find out the news first from you before I do my news rounds, that's awesome. And I'll probably end up shouting you out for submitting. You work night shifts at FedEx and packages aren't treated too well. Yeah, it's not. That's what I said. Like, it doesn't matter if you use USPS, FedEx, UPS. It doesn't matter. They get beat the hell up. It's just the sad fact. Now, thankfully, most packages that I have delivered to my house, I haven't had too many issues with things being broken. I have had some boxes that had stabs in them, which, why they have stabs in them is beyond me. But the product was undamaged, so I've been pretty fortunate. Do you think GameStop needs to change their name? I liked when they were Funkoland. Funkoland. I don't remember them ever being Funkoland. Funkoland was an American video game retailer based in Eden Prairie, Minnesota. Okay. So that's pretty close to me. I don't remember Funkoland at all. So they expanded in 91 to 94. Okay. Okay. Yeah, see, I don't remember Funkoland at all. I only remember GameStop. There was also EB Games. There was an EB Game store They were bought out by GameStop at one point. I'm trying to look up what's GameStop. When was GameStop founded? GameStop was founded in Texas. And became GameStop in 1999. But they were known as Babbage's before that. So maybe Funko was put out of business by them? I don't know. Anyways, we had a super chat pop off. What's up? I'm taking a shot for you. G.I. Rocky, you ain't taking a shot for me. It's been a while. You could take one. More like you're taking one with me. Let's go, baby. All right, thank you so much, G.I. Rocky. Let's do the shot together, and then I'm gonna give you an update because we are. Well, I'll just give you the update right now. We are $50 away from hitting our thing to do a shot from doing a Don Julio. Also, if we had a $50 donation, which I don't expect one, but if we had a $50 donation and or super chat, we do have a direct donation link down in the description that will pop up now. But if we get a direct donation and or super chat at $50 or more, I do bust out a custom song that I make up on the spot for you in the style of T-Pain. Can't wait. I hope I get to do it. I got to do it last stream, and I love it. It's one of my favorite parts of every stream. If we get one of those $50 make you holler. All right, cheers, G.I. Rocky. Thank you so much for the support, buddy. Oh. Anybody else remember that custom beat? If you don't, I can play it for you. It's not going to sound as good, though. I warn, this is not going to sound as good if I play it for you. I'm just warning you right now. It's not going to sound as good if I play it for you. It does have 700 views on TikTok. I slapped it up on TikTok. Dude, so Jake Randall got the $500 super chat today. That's like the max you can do, dude. That's awesome. Good for him, dude. Jake Randall is such a good guy. He deserves all the success he has. Seriously, he really does deserve all the success he has. It's my most viewed TikTok. Sweet. All right. Here, let's watch this together. I have to mute my mic. Yo. Say hi to J-Lo. For $50, donating for shots. Oh, that's hot. Party today. That's okay. Oh, J-Lo, just stay low. I hit that bottle up, drinking like a sippy cup. Ooh, Jay, that's a... Yeah, because you can only put a minute on TikTok, so that's all you get. Yeah, so you only get a minute on TikTok, so that's all you get. But yeah, that's pretty cool, huh? So like that was a lot of fun. So anyone who donates $50 and up, I bust out something like that. Sometimes it'll be faster, sometimes it will be slower. It kind of depends on what I'm feeling in the moment and the lyrics. All those lyrics came to my head, like off the top of my head. I had no plan going into it. Like, I had no idea that I was going to do tip the bottle up, drink it like a sippy cup. Like, that was literally off the top of my head. Like, I had no clue what I was going to say next. So that's one reason why I like it. It is a small little skill set I have with, like, poems and rhyming. I mean, you can ask Yulia. She knows. I've wrote her 1 billion poems over the last 10 years. And, like, all of it's just off the top of my head. Like I barely have to think about it. So it's a skill set I have, and it's kind of cool to bring it to my live streams. Just the tip of the bottle. Yes, I had to share it, honey, dude. You know how many times I've re-listened to that? I had it all memorized, even though it was all made up at the time. It was legitimately, I memorized it. Like, that's how pathetic I am. I listen to my own music and memorize it. But that's what I'm saying. I get to bust it out and bring it to my streams, which is a lot of fun. But it's only for special occasions with $50 and up. I don't want to do it all the time, the whole stream, because it'll get kind of annoying. People don't show up to my stream just to hear me bust it out. But, you know, it is catchy. By the way, that's the same beat that's going to be used for a while. Eventually, as I discover some more stuff, I might be able to throw in a couple different beats to mix it up. But for now, that's the same beat that I'll use with future big boy donuts. You want him? He's all. Well, that's a wrap. Yulia's planning to ship me off. You probably don't even have to pay me. She'll pay you. Damn it! I went from priceless to getting shipped off. Yeah, that seems right. That seems accurate. Priceless to, yeah, I'll pay you to take him. How much you want? Want my entire next paycheck? Cool. Take him. I'll cover the shipping. Okay, my show is done. Did I miss? It's my God, E-Primify. You and the giveaways, man. I already told you earlier in the stream, the only giveaways that are happening are members-only giveaways. Because we're saving up for E3. I did show off things we're going to give away during E3. I did do that. But we are, 6 members? 6 members away from our next members-only giveaway. 6 members away from that. I wasn't here, though. I was watching my show. Yeah, no, there's no giveaways. If this was a giveaway stream, it would say giveaway in the title of the stream. Just for future reference, it would say giveaway in the title of the stream. It does not say that. It does not say that in the thumbnail. There is no planned giveaways for the stream beyond the member goals. Otherwise, we just have our big giveaway for the month, and then there's a break from giveaways besides member goals until E3, because we're banking up giveaway items for E3, and yeah. So I just made an executive decision that we're going to wait and bank things up to have an even bigger, better E3. I mean, you could sneak one in there because you're a sneaky I mean, I won't deny that. I mean, that's why the crowd loves me. Crowd loves me for a reason. Join. Everyone's asked. Just join. Become a member. Yeah, you're getting more giveaways. You do get in more giveaways by joining. Since those are the only giveaways happening until E3. And then I'm going to get... You know what's going to happen? We've done 19 straight months of giveaways. What's going to happen is, after we get past this month's giveaway and I don't have one next month, and the only giveaways I have are member only, people are going to be like, oh my God, you're such a chode. You're such a Chad. You only do giveaways for money. Like, where have you been the last 19 months? Where are you at E3 when we're going to be giving away hundreds of things again? Like, you can't stop it. You can't stop it. You can't stop the beat. He doesn't just use the tip. I mean, baby, with you. Let's just say we go a little like this. Will you and Mr. Eric wear suits again? Absolutely. Even though it was hot as hell, we will absolutely wear suits again. Whether or not I rent one, I don't know. I do have that suit jacket. It doesn't fit me super well, so it's possible I may rent a suit for it that fits, because I went back and watched some of that E3 that E3 content. And that suit looked really good on me because it was better fitted to my body. So I might go rent one, just so I have one that actually fits me properly instead of the one I have now that's way too big. But yeah, we'll probably wear suits again because that's what it looked like. So here's her. And when I'm done. I'm just kidding. That's horrible. That's so bad. Again, my live streams are adult only for a reason. And I just lost a handful of subscribers. Probably did. I swear I lose subscribers every live stream. I went from gaining subscribers during live streams to losing them. I think I know why. I think I figured it out. Oh, it's funny. Keep going up and down in suits. Up and down. This is just Prime banned off YouTube. Nah, you don't get banned for that. For references about, you clap your hands together, you run a fist through it, and it spreads out. I mean, that's just physics. I do gain members. That is true. Not every live stream, but lately we've been gaining some every live stream. So we'll see. Like if we don't hit 160 today, we're 6 away. We'll probably hit 160 next live stream at this rate. We'll see. I gain. No. See, pre-played. Here's what happens. So you'll see it say new subscriber. New subscriber. You know what it doesn't show you? Lost subscriber. Lost subscriber. It doesn't announce when people unsubscribe. It only announces when they subscribe. So you'll be like, oh, you gained 3 during last live stream. Yeah, and I also lost 15. What's your point? I feel like my live streams, what they do is they weed out. They weed out the people who really don't like me because during my live streams, you get to see me. You don't just get to see like specific specialized versions of me. You get to see me. Not the parent, not the person presenting information. You get to see Nate. And they figure out they either like me or they don't. And you move on from there. Not sure you've answered before, but what's a movie you can watch time and time again and never gets old? Dumb and Dumber and Tommy Boy. Gave you 2. Dumb and Dumber and Tommy Boy, time and time and time and time and time and time and time again. I've probably seen them 10,000 times. And yeah, Shiba Inu, man. Screw Shiba Inu, man. That hack in October really, we might have been already at 100,000 subscribers by now. We were popping. We were rising and rising. It was going so well. Waterboy, that's another good one. I can watch that a lot too. Big Daddy too. I can watch Big Daddy a lot. I can also watch Adam Sandler movies like Happy Gilmore. I've seen that a billion times too. But yeah. Comedies, obviously, if you can't tell, I can watch like even Talladega Nights, Ricky Bobby. Oh yeah, baby, I can watch that over, dude. Those comedies I can watch over and over. Like movies that have really deep stories, I really can only watch a couple of times because once I know the story, like most of the enjoyment of the movie is figuring out the story as you go. And then once you know it, it's not as engaging to me anymore. So like I've seen the original Star Wars trilogy a bunch of times, but like, maybe like I've only ever really sat down and watched it start to finish like 2 or 3 times because I already know everything that's going to happen. So there's nothing that surprises me anymore. So I don't end up not enjoying it as much the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th time around. And that's the same thing with games too. Any games that I'm really invested in the story, by the time I get to the end, I don't really feel this desire to replay like a lot of people do. Like, oh, I got to replay. Oh, the gameplay. Like, yeah, the gameplay could have been great, but honestly, I love stories. So once I do the story, I tend not to want to replay. 50 First Dates, that's another good one. Do coconuts migrate? Oh my God. Monty Python and the Holy Grail. You must cut down the biggest tree in the wood with a herring. What are you going to do? Bleed on me? Get back here. I'll put your kneecaps off. God, I love that movie. Dude, Monty Python in general. The Life of Brian, The Meaning of Life. Those are two really good ones too. I've seen those a bunch. I love those movies. They're funny. I think they're all comedies. You know, comedies. Wedding Singers. That's a good one too. It's got a good story, but also it's funny. Somebody kill me, please. I'm on my knees. Pretty, pretty place. Yeah, Wedding Singer's good. Films that never get old. Yeah, it's always comedies, for me. With the channel growth, I do not envy the mods of C3. I mean, we had 700 to 900 live pretty much the entirety of E3 last year. Once we have dates, that's when it begins. Once we have E3 dates, here's what happens. We set up the live streams for E3 and the game and Summer Game Fest. We set them up ahead of time. We start featuring those months ahead of time, advertising people to set their notifications, advertising the giveaways, advertise the events happening, the special guests we're going to have, and we do that for months. Last year, we only had about 4 weeks to advertise it. This year, we're going to have, I think, at least 2 or 3 months to advertise it. So it could end up, if we had 700 to 900 live last year, if we grow, it could be 1,000 to 1,500 live this year or more. I have no idea. I don't really know where it's going to stop. I know that, here's what I do know. All of the reactions I have personally seen to last year's show is positive. You know how, I sometimes focus on negativity or there really wasn't a lot of negative comments about my show coming out of E3 last year. So because of that, I think a lot of people that watched the show last year that maybe don't come onto my live streams very often are highly likely to come back again this year. So that's one thing. I think I might have created something with that show that's going to set up a new level for the show this year, where we're going to have that base expectation of we've already done this once. Last year was based on we don't know what's going to happen. This is sort of a experiment. The experiment's over, and it went phenomenally well. We learn from that experiment. We do things better. We make it even more entertaining, and we come back even stronger the next time. So since we have that whole experience from before, God knows what's going to happen this time. We're probably going to have, bring out your dead. We're going to have a good time. We're going to have a good time. I think a lot of people really enjoyed it, even if they didn't win a giveaway. So I think we're going to see a lot of returning people this year. And yeah, because of that, the show could grow even more. So we'll see. The show was the censored. Dude, that bottle throw they got, I don't know, all because I said, it was I wonder if it had to do with the fact that I said, fuck you, E3, when I did it. Remember when I slammed the bottle and said, fuck you, E3, and I'm pretty sure that YouTube did not like that. They thought it was violent or something, so they clipped it. Oh, it was bad. I'm pretty sure. I mean, it wasn't bad. It was entertaining, but I think YouTube thought it was a violent act or something, so they deleted it. It's so dumb. You didn't win anything, but you love the show. Yeah, exactly. Everyone's not going to win. I can't. More people win than during any other thing we do, but also we have more people watching than during any other event we do. So the percentage to win each individual item is lower, but there's more things being given away. So yeah, that one was golden. And really, you only got to enjoy it live because literally YouTube deleted a critical clip of that section. They deleted it because I think their bot thought it was a violent act. Probably, I think that's what it was. It wasn't the F-bomb. You can say F-bombs on YouTube, but I think the F-bomb combined with the slamming of the bottle made them think it was I beat someone or something. So yeah, it was unfortunate. I was not happy that part of it got deleted, but what are you gonna do? That rug has helped a lot. Yes, it has. Can you tell even on live streams? I can tell in my videos. The rug has helped a lot. This rug back here. It's smaller than I thought. I thought it was going to be almost twice as wide, but either way, it works. It helps a lot. We also have, if you can't tell, a bunch of more sound panels down here up there. I'm waiting for them to inflate. They take 24 to 48 hours to inflate. We got to replace this section back here my dog chewed up. And then we're going to put some on this wall for now because I don't have any art yet. So we're gonna put some on this wall, and I think on this wall, and I think after that we'll be good in here. I don't think I'm gonna need to put any on the ceiling. I think between the rug, the extra sound panels, a little patch there, a little patch here, I think it's gonna be good in here. I don't think we're gonna need to put ceiling panels on. I thought we might need to put ceiling panels on, but it's coming together. It's coming together. So I think we'll be good. I think we'll be good. Everything seems to be slowly getting there where I want this studio to be. And, I mean, the next big purchase is a new camera and a Sennheiser wireless microphone system that's like $650. Yeah, it's expensive. And that's okay. The camera's more. It's like $3,000. So those are like the next, like if you look at, oh, what's next for the studio? Yeah, we're buying a new camera and a new wireless microphone system. That's it. But that's like after that, I don't even know what else there is besides some art pieces in here. I don't know what else there is to really worry about. So I think things are going well. I think things are going good. So you slammed the bottle. I mean, slamming the bottle, it wasn't that big of a deal. I don't know why that act got it censored by YouTube, but what are you gonna do? You know, YouTube's gonna do what it's gonna do. If you saw it live, you saw it live. The Sennheiser mics are great. Yeah, dude. The wireless microphone Sennheiser system is so amazing. I can't wait to switch to it. The comical ones I use now are fine. But like there's some tinginess to the sound that I can't eliminate in editing that I don't like. That don't exist with the Sennheiser. And obviously the clarity is much better as well. And the noise cancellation of the background's a hell of a lot better. And there's more individual adjustment of the volume, so I'm not peaking so much. I peak with the current ones and I can't adjust it. So yeah, there's just a lot with that system. It's expensive, but I also don't think I'll ever have to replace it. At worst, I might have to buy a new lav mic if I ruin the lav mic, but I don't think I'll ever have to replace the actual system once I get it. So, but again, really expensive purchases. I don't think they're going to be made this year. I did want to make the camera purchase before E3, but realistically, I don't think we're going to be able to purchase those cameras during E3. I just don't, or before E3. It's just too expensive. $3,000. It's just a lot of money. But what are you going to do? You live with what you got and you move on. Some crappy Tennessee Titans giveaway and had a few dinky items. Hey, free is free, man. The Goonies, that's a classic. Which team in March Madness you got going? I'm a Badger fan, so Badgers all the way, buddy. They're a 3 seed. All the way, Badgers. Let's go. Back to the Final Four, back to the championship. Let's go. They didn't win it last time when they went with their prior coach. Yeah, the Mike and the Wires. Yeah. That's why I said, and yeah, not that new Sennheiser lav mics are cheap, but they're not $650. So they're a lot cheaper to replace. In fact, I might buy backups at some point just to have them on hand. But yeah, that new camera, that's the expensive purchase. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, $650 microphone system, it ain't cheap. And I got to see if that system can take 2 mics. If it can't, that's going to be something I have to figure out. But let me glance at it right now, because I know it only comes with one microphone receiver, but can it receive multiple receivers? I have no idea. That's one of those that I'm going to have to glance at here. Or maybe there's a 2 mic version I'm not thinking of. Or am I going to have to use 2 to keep the quality up? Does it keep it to 1 per thing? That might be a thing it does too, where it keeps it to 1 per thing, which it looks like that's what it does. It looks like it keeps it to 1 per thing, so the quality is at the best it can be. Yeah. So 1 would be hooked directly up to the camera, then 1 would be hooked up to the PC for Eric and I to both use them at the same time, which is totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Unless they can daisy chain. Maybe they can daisy chain. I guess I didn't look at to see if there's a way to daisy chain it. I don't know, Natu might know. She probably deals with this crap a lot more than I do, so. But for my everyday videos where it's just me, they're perfect. Later, honey. Peace out. Enjoy your shows, movies, whatever you're watching. Will there be an E3 this year? There is. There is. Microsoft's already working on their show for it. So there absolutely is an E3 this year. Wisconsin's in a downturn. How is Wisconsin in a downturn? Are you talking about the basketball team? Wisconsin wasn't even supposed to make the NCAA tournament this year, and they ended up being a 3 seed and tying for the Big Ten lead. How's that a downturn? Wisconsin's overachieved. They weren't supposed to be good, and they happened to be good. They've overachieved. Anyways, I'm not here to talk about March Madness. Haven't done my bracket yet, so probably do a couple brackets tomorrow. I have a group of friends that we do brackets every year. You know, bracket league. Oh, look, I got an email from some Chinese manufacturer. Hey, we have a professional camera recording device manufacturer in China. We released a new portable 3.5-inch video and game recorder, which can record from an HDMI signal without time limitation. Most capture cards don't have a time limitation. It supports recording and downloading in an H.264 proxy uncoded resources. Okay. You have a picture of the actual device. That's the actual... It has a screen. Why does it have a screen on it? Why does it need its own power? What the... What kind of device is this? It's just a screen recording device. Oh, you can record directly on... Okay. So the point of it is you can record direct... Okay, so unlike most video capturing systems, this you can record directly. So the screen, you can put a SD card in, and the screen will display it. So it's like a portable recording system. So like I could take my camera to E3 and have like this portable system to like view it and record directly to. That's what it's for. I personally don't have a use for it, even at E3. But if other people have a use for it, I guess. I mean, this thing might be able to get slapped on the top of a camera, maybe as like a viewing screen or something. That's the only thing I can think of, is it'd be slapped on. Yeah, it looks like something that it does have a port on the bottom where you could attach it to a camera. So yeah, it looks like an external screen for like a camera. Like, I don't really need it, so I'm good. I'm good on that front. My camera already has a screen that flips around that we can see, so not a huge deal to me. I think Jesse said he is borrowing someone's laptop for the time being. Jesse who? What's going on? Is that game over, Jesse? Does he have computer problems? Who are we talking about? Who's having issues? Unless you guys know each other in real life, then I have no idea what you're talking about. Cool. And I haven't cracked one yet today, and I want to get us a step closer to the $100 goal for the night. So let's get a little let's get a little one in, because I haven't cracked one all night, baby. His laptop died. Is that his main computer that he uses, or does he have a desktop? So for E3, he doesn't have a laptop. He can rent them, actually. We almost rented one at E3 2019. We almost rented one. But they're actually not that expensive to rent, like a really nice laptop. If I had one that he could borrow, I would gladly. I'd gladly let him borrow it. Hey, cool, I get to do 2 of them. Yeah, Eric Weinstein! Woo! Thank you so much, buddy. I get to do 2 of them now. 2 beer shots. I love it. What he should do, Jesse, you're a 100,000 plus YouTube channel. Why don't you reach out for some laptop sponsorships, baby? Reach out for some sponsorships, baby. Come on, Jesse. Reach out for sponsorships. So right now he is screwed. He doesn't have... Man, I know he was running... Later, Jeremiah. Have a good night. I didn't realize that Game Over Jesse was running everything off his laptop. That's rough. Of course his laptop died then. You shouldn't be running intensive live streams and all that video editing off a laptop like all the time. It's fine in a pinch, like at E3. Yeah, you can do that. It's meant for on the go. You shouldn't be doing that from home unless it's one of those like desktop replacement ones that have like the water cooled systems and stuff. Like it's just not good for the chipset to always be running it that hot, doing video editing, rendering, and live streams. It's not good for a laptop. It's only good for in short spurts. Damn. If I had known, I mean, this is where I wish I didn't sell my old editing rig. I would have sent him that editing rig, and he would have been back up and running, probably even better than he was on that laptop. Ah, man, that beer is crisp. I haven't had a Miller Lite in quite some time. Nice, crisp beer. You hope I got the info? Let me double check. I don't have anything in my email. Okay. Did you send it to the right one? That's the question. So it is just the tips. I'll type it out in the chat. You have to email, and this should work. I'm going to email just the tips myself just to check it. Just the tips at nintendoprime.net. That's the email. Let me grab it and email myself and see if the email shows up. All right. Test, send. Okay, it says sent. Let's see if it shows up. Let me check my spam folder too. Because I have no emails. Is this the right email I'm logged into? Just the tip. Dang it. No S. Sorry. There's no S. Just the tip at nintendoprime.net. There we go. Just the tip, no S. So yeah, my email's not going to arrive. Return to sender. Yeah, there it is. There we go. Test. Now that's the right email. Let's see if that shows up. Should show up pretty quick. Let me email from it as well. See if I can email. Because I just set up this email today. So if it has issues, I want to know. Oh, no, it showed up. So yeah, just the tip at nintendoprime.net does work. I just received an email from my Yahoo email account. So it does work. I made sure to go off of Gmail since I have it set up through Gmail. All right. What was the first game I ever played? Mike Tyson's Punch-Out on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Yeah, there's no S. Miller Lite is good. I like it. Not everybody does, but I like it. It tastes good to me, you know? And that's what matters. For my purposes, anyways. You guys have any more questions tonight? What you think of NFL free agency so far? Fine. I don't know. To me, it doesn't really seem that crazy. Like, I don't know. I'm not really blown away by anything that's necessarily happened. You know, I am surprised that, like, the Panthers decided to basically let their entire secondary go, but, you know, what are you going to do? So nothing super surprising to me has really happened. Like, yeah, you know, Mitchell Trubisky to the Steelers is whatever. You know, the Steelers are just trying to put a stopgap in place until they can get someone that replaces, you know, that they're looking for a long-term answer, and obviously they hope maybe Trubisky in the right, you know, system could be the guy. But I'm assuming that they're I mean, they give him a 2-year deal. They're not really committed to him, so I think they're going to give it a year, see what happens, and if they tank and do bad, cool, they'll draft a quarterback. Natsu, does I haven't talked to them yet. Does Daniel have I mean, maybe he can do all that stuff off Daniel's laptop if he has a streaming capable laptop. Just food for thought for him. Obviously, I feel bad that Jesse's main editing computer died. I hope he does seriously consider reaching out to companies and try to get sponsored by Razer or somebody else. Maybe send him a free. If I was able to get a free computer from CyberPower PC, I mean, I would presume Jesse can reach out to companies and get something worked out. And if he prefers a laptop, then cool, Sakurai's back. He's making a new game. Oh my god, that news. That news never dies. Do people... It's like people don't read the news. They click on all these clickbait headlines. Here's the exact quote. The exact quote from Sakurai. You tell me if this sounds like he's making a game. I have been away for a while now, but I am working on something. My eyes might be a little tired. You may see me in the near future in a place that has nothing to do with game production. You may or may not be able to see me. I hope to see you again in the future. Thank you very much for your time. You may see me in the near future in a place that has nothing to do with game production. Where in this quote does it say he's making a game? He literally says, if you see him, it won't have anything to do with game production. People running these stupid ass clickbait headlines. Sakurai's back! Here's his next project! You don't know what his next project is, and it has nothing to do with video games. The news is Sakurai's working on something that isn't video game related. Done! Done! That's the news! I've seen so many people try to get me to, make a news report on this, do a video, and I'm like, there's no video to make. All Sakurai said is that he's doing something not related to making games. And we're a channel that reports on video game news. So if it doesn't have anything to do with video games, why the hell would I make a thing about it? Unless whatever he's producing, whether it's a show or, maybe it's a video game related show, sure, we'll cover it then. What if it's like a Kirby TV show or something? Sure. But he's not making a game. That's not what the news is. He's not working on a new game right now. He just openly admitted from the horse's mouth he's not making a game. So I'm so tired of people and by the way, I'm not blaming you. I've read so many headlines today. So many acting like Sakurai's making a new game. And speculating that he's making a new game and what that new game could be. But that's not what he said. He literally said he's not making, it may be in something that's not about game production, which means he's not making a game. Game production's making a game. He's not making a game at the moment. I'm not mad at you guys about this. This has to do with Game Explain and a bunch of others. You're making all these clickbait thumbnails and headlines. When the news is just Sakurai's doing something. Again, sorry if it sounded like I was coming hard at you. Hotel Tunes. I really hope that you didn't think I was coming at you. This was just my general feeling on a lot of the headlines today. And I know the clickbait game. I clickbait. A lot of us YouTubers clickbait, but there's clickbait that is not misleading. It's clickbait that makes you click it to find out what the news is about. Then there's clickbait that makes you think the news is something other than what it really is. So you can say, oh, Big Switch News. Well, Big Switch News is going to be subjective. Sakurai's new game project discussed. That's total clickbait because he doesn't talk about a new game project. Anyways. They're going to try to do it off Daniel's computer this week. Cool. Well, I'll reach out to Jesse and let him know that he should. Some companies he can maybe reach out to try to get sponsorships for computers. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised what companies out there might be willing to sponsor him with a new laptop and stuff like that. Especially if he does a featured video and all that. So, he's got a decent sized YouTube channel. He's bigger than I am. No, I love Jesse, man, but game over, Jesse. How big is his channel now? I haven't checked it out in a little bit. I mean, he's at 105 subscribers. His non-podcast content does 7,000, 10,000. I mean, he can get somebody to sponsor him. He's probably not even thinking about it. He's all probably worried, how am I going to afford a new laptop? And reach out and try to get sponsored first. Now's the best time since it would literally be your main laptop. If that's what he wants. Or an editing computer if that's what he wants instead. Did I get it? I don't. Why isn't it arriving? Is it in my spam? I don't. I just proved the email works. But yet the email isn't. I don't know. If it's not working, just send it to my Nathan at NintendoPrime.net one. Because that one does work. And I'll forward it to my tip line. So if the tip thing's not working, because it does say on my admin account that it can take up to 24 hours. Just send it to Nathan at NintendoPrime.net and I'll forward it over. Sorry, I know. This is what happens when you're setting up new stuff. Sometimes the new emails, they take a little bit before the servers. But then I emailed it from my Yahoo account and it works. I don't know, man. I'll email you back from that account so you have the email and it works. We'll try that. That way you can send it to an email works, Nathan at NintendoPrime.net, and we'll go from there. Can't take the tip. Yeah, can't take the tip. What are your thoughts on Brady returning? I expected it. I know some other people didn't, but I mean, dude, the guy just came off one of the best seasons he's ever had. Why the hell would he retire? I got to give people in my life more time. Well, basically what he needs is he needed more time to convince the people in his life that he wants to still play football. So basically, he never left the NFL because he couldn't play anymore, and he didn't leave the NFL because he wanted to leave. He left originally because he thought his family wanted him to leave. And then after 40 days of him being at home, getting out of his training, his family probably realized, dude, you need to go back. You being around every day, man, that's not the life we're used to. You need to go back to being in the NFL. So he's like, screw it. That's what I want to do anyways. I'm going back, baby. Jesse is a great guy, dude. Yeah, he's a good guy. I like Game Over Jesse a lot. Him and I have known each other since before we even did YouTube stuff. We go way back to Zelda fan site days. We worked at the same fan sites. He's a really good dude, a really stand-up guy. Jake Randall is as well. Jake Randall's awesome. Mm-hmm. All right. He won't retire until he wins another Super Bowl. I don't even think that's gonna make him retire. I don't think he's gonna retire until he thinks he can't play football anymore. That's the bottom line. He loves football. The position he plays doesn't require that he's in, the best athletic shape ever. And as long as he can perform it at a high level and doesn't mind getting hit now and then, he'll be fine. I don't see a reason that he would actually want to stop playing. I won another Super Bowl. Okay, and he won one before and he didn't retire. Like a year ago. So, why would he suddenly now? So, to me, it's I don't think that makes him retire either. The guy's won 8 rings. I don't think he's looking, let me retire after my next Super Bowl. No, because then he'll think, man, wouldn't it be cool if I won 10 rings instead of 9? I don't think Brady cares about any of that. I think he just likes playing football a lot. As long as he can do it at a high level and give his teams chances to win rings, he's going to keep playing. When he thinks he can no longer be a Super Bowl caliber quarterback, I think that's when he calls it quits. And last season, everything indicated he could be a Super Bowl caliber quarterback. He just had one bad game. Anyways, no need to talk about the NFL. People always dip out when we talk sports, even though people know I'm a sports fan. Obviously, Milwaukee Bucks fear the deer. They're down 10 to the Utah Jazz right now on the road. Happens. Doesn't mean the game's over. A 10-point lead in the NBA is nothing. When they extend it to 20, that's when I worry. The Bucks historically this season have been really bad in third quarters. So. Why do you love my live stream so much? You know what? I really don't know. I often wonder why people like my live so much. I think some of it's the interaction. You guys can interact directly with me. You don't have to beg for my attention. It's very easy to get a hold of me. Like there's almost no begging for my attention. It's super easy to get a hold of me. I do fun things with my super chats, not just the shots, the dancing. Obviously now if we had a $50 one drop, you get a custom song. So there's that. The sound effects, when you become a member, you get to go up to the executive suite. So I treat all our members special. We have our members only giveaways. Just a lot of fun. I just try to make the streams fun. And if people don't have a good time and they don't like my personality, it is what it is. I guess this is where you find out, because this is where you get my raw personality. You don't get a partial me. You don't get like me in dad mode with my kids. You don't get me in Nate the reporter mode, which, yeah, you got me for a smidge today when I was talking about the Reggie stuff. But then you got my raw Reggie reactions right after. Some of them a bit more intense than maybe I would do in a normal video. So you get, me. And I guess you find out, hey, do you really like me or do you not? And am I entertaining enough on my own, in my own little space here, to entertain you guys for hours on end? And the answer seems to be, for the at least 50 plus people every stream, yeah, I can hold people's attention. I can keep people interested. And when special occasions come around, like E3, I can apparently put on a hell of a show. I try. The community helps too. If we had a shit community, that would suck. Because if people would come in as new viewers and feel shunned out, we have people who come to all of our streams and obviously know each other quite well because of it. But we have new viewers come in all the time and they get the same respect as our old viewers, which is awesome. I like that our community is very inclusive that way. And one thing I've worked on is where we try not to ban or kick people that have alternative viewpoints. I interact with them. I discuss it with them and try to reason with them. And if it gets to a point where it is unreasonable and they're clearly just here to stir the pot and get people mad, then obviously we'll deal with it. But I try to be willing to listen to whether it's critiques of me or critiques of Nintendo, and have a real conversation around it. Like when that Diego or whatever guy came in, that 81 guy who came in and started beefing up Valve Steam Deck over Switch. Hey man, I'm not here to deny how great Valve Steam Deck is. Let's maybe put some perspective on some of the things you're saying, and not act like people are delusional because they don't agree with your opinions, right? It ended up being, I think, David Agil, I don't know, but it ended up being a rather fruitful conversation, I think, in the end. And he did eventually back off. When I said, all right, I think we've gone over this, I think it's time to move on, he stopped, to his credit. And that's one thing I like about my community is, they'll respect when I say, hey, man, I get your opinion, stop budging. Maybe it's just time to move on from this conversation, Lily Young says, I've been very respected by everyone here, and I've only been on live stream for 2 weeks now, and you're a member. Yeah. I mean, thank you, by the way, for being a member. I really do. I really can't tell you how much I do appreciate it. Speaking of members, we're 6 away from our next giveaway. You also selected great mods. Some stream mods act super prestigious, but you all are quite welcoming and treat everyone as equals. Yeah, our stream mods are pretty great. Every now and then, there'll be a slight overstep, and I usually catch it and correct it right away. Obviously, during E3, our mods are a bit more restrictive, and I'll also turn on some automated bot mods that help as well during E3, because E3 is just hectic. It's super hectic. And some of our mods put in as much time as I do. They're moderating the chat while I'm putting on a show for 12 plus hours a day. And we have some of our mods that are there for all of it. And it's intense. It's tough because you're getting a lot of new faces. Some people not following the rules, some not knowing the rules, some wanting to get insulting, some wanting to, yell at me or yell at other people. And it's intensive. I don't envy the mods during those times, but they do an incredible job. And obviously we go over the ground rules and again, we get the bot to help out as well. As an example, I think during our E3 shows, I think we banned swearing. I think that was one thing we said, hey, let's just not even worry about this. Let's just have the bot automatically censor like swearing or turn off swearing on YouTube or something like that. That was one thing I think I did just during E3 because I wanted to make sure to make the job a little easier for the mods, Am I going to get more mods for E3? Maybe. It's one of those, I have that conversation with the moderators before every E3. Usually about a month ahead of time, I'm going to try to talk to the mods and have that conversation on if we think we need more, if we have enough active mods. Do a roll call for who wants to be here for E3, and then see if we need to add any. And that's when I take suggestions from them, as well as my own personal experience with people on live. I never have people ask to become mods. That's one of the big thing is, you do not ask me to become a moderator. That's the number one way to not become a mod. I will take suggestions from the current moderator team and then my own experience to make a judgment call on who I think should be. And then I will ask that person, maybe even during a live stream, if they want to be a moderator. You cannot ask to become one, so don't. All mods are either, from my own personal opinion, deserve to be, or through the collective suggestion of the current moderator team. So, you've been too involved in your piano assignment. Yeah, that happens. By the way, Nate, have I seen Uncharted yet? No, I haven't. I haven't. I thought about taking my kids to it, but I have not seen Uncharted yet. No. Am I going to watch it eventually? Absolutely. Maybe not till it's out on streaming services, but I'm going to watch it eventually. Yeah. Hope I can be one during E3. We'll see. Like again, I don't promise moderatorships. I don't. It's not like you have to be a member. We have mods that aren't members. It has nothing to do with being a member. You could be at the legend tier, or not the legend tier, the mythical. Wait, no, there's one above. I don't know. You could be at our top membership tier. It has nothing to do with you being a moderator. Because I don't choose my moderators because people pay me money. I choose my moderators based on what I think is best for the chat. I have to worry about the chat and the job that needs to be done. And that's it. That's what I concern myself with. So if I have to pick people based on what I think is best for that given situation. And E3 is a really, like guys, even on slow mode, I think we had it on a 60-second slow mode during a lot of E3, and the chat was still doing this. Like on a 60-second slow mode, the chat was just like, when you have that many people watching, it's so hard to keep up. But the slow mode stops spam. So that's the one nice thing about the 60-second slow mode is it does cut down on spam. Because you'll get a lot of spams, especially when an active giveaway is going on. You'll get people wanting to spam the giveaway entry like 20 times when you only need to enter it once. And they'll be like, did it get in? Did it get in? Did it get in? Did it get in? It's like, okay, if you follow the instructions, yes, your entry's in. You don't need to keep repeating your entry until I personally respond and comment, yes, your entry's in. Like, Can I not become a mod? I really don't want to be one. Let's see if reverse psychology works. Can I be an admin? It's the same difference. It's a business. Yeah, it's all about what I think is best for the channel and what I think is best for the community. If this has happened, where I selected a moderator, and I'm not going to name any names, that didn't work out. So I had to remove them from being a mod. I do think they got mad at me about that and then stopped watching my lives. But you know what? I have to do what's best. Like when a moderator consistently oversteps how I want my chat moderated. Like I think the moderator team we have now has a very good understanding of how I want my streams moderated. And if there's special circumstances like E3, I do let them know about it. So I think my moderators do a great job right now. But every now and then you'll get someone you thought was a good person for the job, and then they don't do a good job, and then you got to do something about it. And then if they get mad at you, it's not personal. I just have to do what's best, you know, for the given situation. I can't worry about who you are and how long you've been here and how many super chats you've done. Like, none of that matters. What matters is, are you listening when yeah, you make a mistake, it happens. If I correct you and tell you that how to do it and you do it again and then again and again, like, you're just, at that point, you're just being willfully ignorant and willfully ignoring how I want my chat moderated, But right now, we don't have any moderators that are like that. Like, I haven't heard a single person in forever argue, man, your moderators are overstepping. Man, your moderators are too strict. I have not heard that in so long because the team we have right now is awesome. Just awesome. And they deserve a lot of credit. And I can't wait for the day that I can look my moderators in the face and offer them some compensation. Because that's a goal someday. Yeah, I'm never going to be able to pay them like they're full-time employees. But if I could turn around and tell them, hey guys, you know what? You're getting a little bonus for the holidays this year. Here's a free Switch for each one of you. Here's a free this. Here's like just a little bonus check you can use on whatever you want. Like, I would love to do that for the moderators sometime. We're not big enough yet, but that is like a goal I have. So they volunteer their time, and I want to show them some love back. Get them some Christmas gifts. But again, we'll get to that point someday. Shout out to the mods. You are all awesome. Here's to you. More thoughts on G4, please. Are we gonna go there? Are we going to go there? Are we going to talk about G4? You guys want me to talk about the G4 situation? How many people even know what G4 is? Start there. If you don't know, if most of our chat doesn't know what G4 is, there's not really a reason to talk about it. If they do know, then I'll gladly go into it. Yeah, I know what G4 is. The old G4 and the new one. I see a few people that know. Some people asking. So, sure. I will talk about G4. First, let's explain what it is. So G4 used to be a cable TV channel in the 1990s and early 2000s. It bought out Tech TV at one point. Tech TV was a separate channel, obviously about technology, computers. It had shows like Attack of the Show. Anyways, G4, their most famous show that G4 had was X-Play, hosted by Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb. And Attack of the Show had Kevin Pereira and Olivia Munn. Anyways, they had some popular shows back then, but it was really hard on cable TV in a world where the mass media was always talking down about video games and technology for a dedicated cable channel to survive in that space. So eventually G4 shut down. Because they just weren't making enough money and getting enough viewers. It did last for a while. It was like a decade, so it was around for a while. They recently came back on YouTube last year, and they had a build up to it, some hype build up to it. They got a bunch of subscribers. They're still a pretty big channel. I think the G4 YouTube channel, because they're on YouTube, that's where they do everything. They do live shows. So let me just type in G4 and just see how they're doing right now. So they've got 490,000 subscribers. Looks like what X-Play is probably their most popular show. So X-Play's short version videos, so the ones they upload after the live, get about 20,000 views. Their X-Play live shows, looks like they had a special one where they got 85,000, but usually they're only getting about 6,000 to 10,000 views. Now these are like 2-hour live streams. That's still a lot of views for a 2-hour live stream. Speedrun News, it's a little private show they do that's got 5,000. X-Play Secret History, that seems to do good because those videos only come out once in a while. Probably all hosted by Adam Sessler since it has to do with the history of X-Play, et cetera, et cetera. They have a whole bunch of stuff. They have multiple channels now. So they have their own Attack of the Show channel. the G4 TV channel, the G4 TV esports channel, the Austin show, and then the G4 TV shorts. Now, all of these people do their live streams on the base G4 TV channel, but then they obviously, transfer them over to the individual channels after the fact. And the X-Play channel is obviously the biggest channel. That's the one at 490,000. Then they obviously the G4 TV at 116,000. So they're not nothing. They came back, and they have a lot of the original cast back. Adam Sessler, Kevin Pereira, obviously Olivia Munn and Morgan Webb didn't come back, but they have like Frost, the Completionist, etc. They have a bunch of people there, and everything was going fine for the most part. I don't buy into the clickbait people like Review Tech USA and others do, where the channel's dying, the channel this G4 is dying. Like, is it? Like, if you just look at X-Play's uploads, their most recent one 4 days ago got 22,000 views. All right, let's just go back in time. Oh, look, 3 months ago, 25,000 views. Oh, let's go back in time. Even further. Oh, look, 7 months ago, 19,000 views. Like, nothing's really changed. The viewership is still random and all over the place, right? So X-Play is doing fine. It is what it is. It has its audience. And that basically is the case with all of G4 TV. It has its audience. And for the most part, they've kind of peaked and they've maintained it. They're not growing at a rapid rate anymore, but they're also not doing anything crazy. So they're fine. They're doing good. So what got them in the news was when Frost, one of their female employees who was on an X-Play live stream, went on a rant about sexism in gaming. And to be completely clear, she has every right to feel the way that she does. She went a little too hardcore, and I think was a little unfair with some of the things she said. However, yeah, sexism is a thing in society, not just gaming. It's a thing, it exists everywhere. I mean, Hollywood right now is having, finally admitting that even male actors deal with this. The unrealistic expectations put onto their bodies and the crazy diets they have to go for that are completely unhealthy. Obviously, Channing Tatum talked about this for Magic Mike 3 and how he's probably never doing another Magic Mike video or another Magic Mike movie after this one because of the unreal expectations and how hard it is on him to try to look a certain way. To be in a video like that or to be in a movie like that. So, like, it's not just females, but females obviously get the bulk of the criticism when their bodies aren't a certain way, whereas men don't tend to get as much flack when their bodies aren't a certain... Like, Jonah Hill didn't get a ton of flack for being overweight. It was actually kind of part of his shtick. So, like, yeah, men tend to get away with it a bit more than women do, but it still is a thing that exists, especially with particular men. Like if Channing Tatum showed up in Magic Mike 4 and didn't have a six-pack, there would be a lot of commentary about that. Talking negatively about Channing Tatum and how he doesn't work out anymore. He doesn't take care of himself. He let himself go. He's got a beer gut, when really he'd probably just stop being on a super insane white fish only diet. Like he decided he wanted to be human and enjoy life a little bit, not just, basically not eat food. It's kind of insane. So setting that aside, she went on this rant and whatever. There was a lot of negative reaction, some positive reaction to the rant. I really don't care. Okay, Frost hates being objectified because she's a female and she's constantly told she's not as good looking as Olivia Munn, not as good looking as Morgan Webb, blah, blah, blah. Fine. Okay. She's going to get that because obviously G4 TV knew its audience, knew its primarily male audience, and hired attractive female host. Like everybody does. Your news anchors on CNN, Fox News, etc., a lot of them are decently looking. Why are they decently looking? Why aren't you seeing a guy that weighs 500 pounds as your host on CNN? Because people don't like looking at that. They like looking at attractive people. So they used attractive people for their host, knowing their audience was primarily male. Very common. It is what it is. She tried arguing that they don't exist for your sexual pleasure, which is entirely true. Nothing wrong with that statement. Like Olivia Munn doesn't exist for you to masturbate to her, but she was obviously partially hired because she was a good-looking female and was pleasant on the eyes. Like, regardless of what Frost says, That's the reality. She was afforded the opportunity because she was not only a good host, she happened to also be pretty good looking. That's just the way it is, whether Frost wants to admit it or not, or whether the old G4 TV crew wants to admit it or not. That had something to do with the hiring. They'll never say it, they'll never admit it, because that's just straight up lawsuit potential. But yeah. So Frost comes out and talks about the audience basically being a bunch of sexist and treating her like a piece of shit. And yeah, that sucks. And anyone making comments on her body, yeah, that's not welcome. I think there's a fine line on the internet between positive sexual mentality and negative sexual mentality. If a female is online, I'll use this example because it's going to matter in a moment, like Amaranth. Amaranth is a popular Twitch streamer, for those who don't know, also the largest OnlyFans thing in the world for some obvious reasons. If you don't know, I'm not going to tell you to go look it up, but bottom line is that Amaranth is very catering to the simps. You want to masturbate about her? Go for it. She encourages it. She'll even give you better photos if you pay her on OnlyFans. Like, she is very much, I don't care how gross you want to be, how sick you want to be, some weird, crazy thoughts, how sexualized you want to make me. I'm going to eat into that, and I'm going to make millions and millions, maybe even $1 billion at this point off of it. I am going to use my body to become rich and just not care. Oh, these looks won't be here forever. Yeah, but I'm going to be so rich by the time they're not. Who cares? Like, she decided that, you know what, I'm very comfortable in my skin. I'm comfortable with people looking at me. I'm comfortable with all the gross comments. I'm comfortable with all of it. I am going to encourage it with me because I am comfortable with it and I am okay with it. And that to me is perfectly fine. I honestly have no issue with what she does. She wants to be that way to the simps, be that way to the simps. It is fine. That she is okaying that behavior towards her. But Amaranth has even said this herself publicly. Her okaying that behavior towards her doesn't okay that behavior towards others. If she invites that behavior into herself, it's cool to do that towards her. Doesn't make it cool to go up to Scarlett Johansson in public and start harassing her in the way that you might harass Amaranth in a sexual manner. That's not okay. There is a fundamental difference. Amaranth invites that activity. Scarlett Johansson doesn't invite that activity. So you need to be able, as humans, to use our big brains and mentally separate the two. Okay with this person doesn't make it okay for everybody else. You need to respect a person's boundaries. Look, we're all animals. We all have attractiveness to different body types and different people. That's fine. But the bottom line is, we also have our own brains and should be able to use them to think and compartmentalize over what's okay and what's not. Okay to act a certain way towards somebody doesn't mean it's okay to act a certain way towards every person of that gender. Okay? So, to Frost's point, I understand. People want to act a certain way towards someone like Amaranth, cool. People, shouldn't come at her and expect the same thing. They shouldn't expect her to expose her body. They shouldn't expect her to look the same. They shouldn't expect that. Okay? Now, there are obviously ways around this. We're on the internet. I'm not the most attractive guy in the world. It is true. Most hyper-successful YouTubers are more attractive than me. John Swanwave, hell of a lot more attractive than me. Hell, there's a picture of him with his six-pack out there that he posted. Like, hell of a lot more attractive than me. Has probably nothing to do with why he's successful, but it doesn't hurt. Beat 'em ups. A lot of people think he's fairly attractive. A lot of people think Bob Wolf is fairly attractive. All these people, Camelot 331, all these people have in common, they're fit, they work out, they take care of themselves. So yeah, it helps to be good looking. Duh. But the difference is when you invite it, when you don't. So Frost was basically calling out the entire G4 community for being pigs. All right. So that's basically how that drama started. And because of this, Adam Sessler and the rest of G4 supported her and backed her and said, yeah, sexism sucks. People shouldn't be so body negative towards you, and all that. And as we've proven, you don't have to be the best looking person to get a following. You just have to do something that people respect. If they can respect you and what you do, you don't have to be great looking, right? That's how it goes in any profession. If you're really attractive, you can gain some advantages, but if they also respect what you do, that's going to lead to the greater success, right? So how do I have a following of 77,000? Because a lot of people respect what I do. Whether or not they should respect what I do, leave that up to you guys. But that is the case here. So what happened after G4 did this whole, everyone at G4 supports her, the executive team supports Frosk, and everything is, they stood behind her. Because obviously she got a lot of flack over that controversial rant. G4 decided with their show, Austin Show, which is a very different kind of show. It's kind of a random, it's sort of a random show, that they were going to do something for views, because the Austin Show wasn't getting a ton of views, right? The Austin Show has had a hard time getting off the ground. These are all paid salaried employees. This is what they do for a living. So the Austin Show is having a hard time getting off the ground, right? Started about, let's see, how long has the Austin Show been going for? So it started about a month ago, and they're struggling to get over 1,000 views per thing. This could be a clear indication that despite your audience size, they're not interested in the Austin Show. The Austin Show is struggling because it can't find a way to grab the same sort of interest that Attack of the Show and other shows have. So they decided to do a live stream. And this live stream was about VTuber, Price Glory, and you could find it if you look up the Austin Show G4, featuring Iron Mouse, Snuffy, Amaranth, Vibe, Nyanners, etc. Bringing out a bunch of popular streamers. And what's interesting about this live stream, and I'm not going to show it to you guys because I don't want YouTube to get mad at me. What's interesting about this live is it does everything against what Frost's point was. Frost's point was that we should stop objectifying women. And then in this very Austin Show for G4, live streamed Amaranth coming out of a hot tub, as they called it. It was just one of those, pools filled with balls. There wasn't even water in it. But wearing a tight, obviously very revealing bikini and jumping up and down. Obviously objectifying women. Now, as I said, Amaranth is cool with this. She doesn't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with what Amaranth was doing personally. But G4 just fully backed Frosk on saying that they don't believe in sexualizing women. And then here's a G4 show sexualizing a woman. Granted, it's a woman who wants to be sexualized. But that doesn't change that maybe you shouldn't have that sort of person on your show when you're trying to stand against it. And no surprise, it worked. Amaranth is here. She's bouncing her titties. 20,000 views. Way bigger than anything the Austin Show has ever done. So they basically did an extremely hypocritical thing. Everyone stands behind Frost, but then for views, we'll go with objectifying women. Which again, nothing wrong with. I have no problem with what Amaranth does. But you can't have that public stance of we don't think that it's okay to fuck women and then put on a woman who specifically wants you to fuck her and then do things that are going to increase your viewership because it's going to get a bunch of Sims watching when you just said you don't want that. Now, that doesn't mean there couldn't have been a more tasteful way to bring Amaranth on. You could have had Amaranth come on and ask her to maybe not be in as revealing of clothes and have an honest conversation about the objectification of women and the pros and the cons and the differences between someone being okay with it and someone not being okay with it. She's obviously okay with herself being objectified, but as Amaranth has said publicly, her being okay with herself being objectified doesn't mean that she says it's okay for you to just go objectify everybody. Like, that's not how the world should work. But, that's how the world does work sometimes. So, basically, there was just a big hypocritical conversation happening around all of this, how G4 was so supportive of that anti-objectification stance that Frost took, and then all of a sudden did this live show for a show that wasn't doing very well, became the most popular thing they've ever done with that show, and it's all because Amaranth was on there bouncing her tits around. Like, that's the controversy at the moment. Do I think it's the most controversial thing to happen? No. But do I think it does show that G4 is a bit hypocritical that they allowed that to happen after the executives backed Frost? Yeah, it's pretty hypocritical that G4 was okay with having that and promoting that while also saying that they're against it. Again, this isn't anything to do with Amaranth. She's fine. This is what she does. But this is G4 making that decision. Because after all, this show had next to no... The best show that only had 1.2 thousand views. This live stream is going to have more views than that. So, their best show they've ever uploaded before Amaranth appeared did not justify spending the money to bring Amaranth in studio for that live stream. They had to take money from the other shows to pay for Amaranth to be there. And it worked. 20,000 views. It got the same sort of viewership X-Play gets, their most popular show. And I'm sure got a bunch of donations as well. A bunch of donations. Like I think when I was just scrubbing through it, let me check here. Or did I close it? No, here it is. Mute it. I think when I was scrubbing through it, I saw a shitload of super chats and stuff coming in, which of course there were, because they were marketing to the Sims. I mean, here's Amaranth before she's even in the tub, bending over, along with another female person who does these kind of things, just literally bending over for like 20 minutes straight, just popping the... I mean, it's very clearly playing on Sims. Again, that's what some of these females do. And there's nothing... Again, this isn't about them. It's just about G4 double standard, G4 hypocrisy, that they would feature this. So, again, like if I ever had Amaranth on one of my podcasts, yeah, we'd probably have a conversation about this. But, like, it wouldn't be some hypocritical, like, no, you're a bad person because you do this. No. You get to choose what you allow your community to do. And if you want to allow and promote your community to act that way, why would that bother me? And I'm not just saying that as a guy. Who cares? That's your community. If that's what you want it to be built on, more power to you, man. What am I going to say? What's so bad about that for me? But yeah, obviously, other females, basically we need to be able to control ourselves better as a community. That to me, I think is my big takeaway from this. It's like, I'm a guy. Yeah, you can be attracted to a bunch of different females. Doesn't mean that I'm going to act that way towards them. Like, I was attracted to Yulia from the moment I laid eyes on her, most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life. I didn't start jacking off right in front of her. I didn't start talking dirty to her. No, I talked to her like she's a fucking human. I didn't treat her like she was an object, because she wasn't asking me to treat her that way. Just because she had a little bit of cleavage showing when I met her didn't automatically make my brain go, yup, she's inviting me to be a pervert. No. She likes her body enough to show a little bit of it off, and that's all I thought about it. That was it when it came to, no, unless she talks to me in a way or invites me in a way to, grab her ass, or, hey, do you like these? And unless she starts like talking in a way that invites that sort of commentary, I don't just go in assuming that you can make those comments, right? So that's just how I am, though. Like, no. I let the person that I'm attracted to dictate how I'm going to react to them. Just like people who are not attractive to me. I don't think that invites me to say negative comments about them. Like, if there's someone that I think is extremely overweight, even more overweight than I am, and maybe they have a full-grown beard and it's a female and I'm just, like, it bothers me, I'm not going to sit there and be like, God, what a fat whale over there. Like, what a piece of shit. And I'm just going to, like, no. She's not inviting me to say those things. So I'm not going to. Like, keep those thoughts. Like, we're all going to have the thoughts that we're attractive, we're this, we're that. Like, the thoughts might pop in her head like, man, that girl's hot. Maybe I'll masturbate to her later in the privacy of my home. Well, maybe you will. I have no idea. You do what you want in the privacy of your own home. I'm not going to judge you for it, but we don't have to act that way to them when we're interacting with them, right? Like, I don't know. Anyways, we did have a super chat earlier I don't want to miss. Eric Weinstead! Except I think it's Eric Winstead. Dropping the W's. Thank you so much, man. Cheers, you need a drink. Yeah, after that whole thing, let's, we finished off the UV blue, so we get to go straight to the UV grape, the better tasting. Hey, don't zoom in on me. God dang it, Obsbot. Nobody asked you to zoom in. Zoom out. Dang it, Obsbot. Nobody asked you. Yeah, it's got an auto zoom feature, and it was like, what the heck? We need to zoom in. Let's see Nate's nose hairs quick. Let's make sure we get every follicle. Let's find that one little zit. I have a little zit that's hidden like just below my beard line here. Let's zoom in and make sure we get a good perspective of that line. The camera does have a mind of its own. Like, I'm over here just chilling, and sometimes the camera follows me. It's not now because I messed with it. That's because I can turn it off and on. Is it on now? Yeah, it's on now. Now it's going to follow me around. I love your new relationship with the new bot. Oh, yeah. Dude, me and that bot. It's cool. What's cool is if I use this camera for like a normal video where I'm standing up and it follows me, it'll just look like I have a cameraman, which would be kind of cool. Especially if I set it to auto zoom so it keeps me within a certain frame on the camera. So if I if my distance from it increases, it'll just zoom in to compensate. Problem is, it has a problem zooming back out, but you know, there's an update for it, so maybe that update fixes that. Thanks for the summary of the G4 situation. Very well explained. Yeah, I hope you guys didn't find like anything I said creepy. Like, I was just giving my honest thoughts on like, here's what happened. Here's my thoughts on it. You know, I'm not here trying to play both sides of the fence. I think women, like, if you don't want people talking about you in a certain way, that's totally fine, and they shouldn't. In fact, that should be the expectation. But if a woman invites that sort of talk, then yeah, partake in it. I got no problem with it. You want to be a simp and partake when it's invited? Go for it. But don't go in assuming everyone wants to be talked to that way. You know? I don't think it's... To me, it's never been hard, but I guess some people lack the self-control. Some people think because it's the internet and they're anonymous with a username, it doesn't matter. They don't think about how their words can impact others. Like, I think Scarlett Johansson's hot as shit, but I'm not going to, like, if I ever meet her in person, be like, oh, let me stare at your boobs. Oh, my God. You're so hot. Is it okay if I touch your ass? Like, oh, fucking creep am I doing? Like, fuck that shit. Who talks like that to a human unless they're inviting that conversation? And you don't ever presume what someone is wearing invites that conversation. You need to see how they talk and infer, and, you know, Amaranth clearly invites that, and that's fine. Other Twitch streamers and other people invite it as well, and that's fine. But you wait to find out if it's invited. You don't just go there. But I don't know. The camera's like, let's get a close up. Get personal. Come on, camera. You and me, buddy. You and me. Get a close up of the shot, camera. You know you want to, camera. You know you want to. Get nice and personal. Oh yeah, right in there. Right in there. Deep. Oh, get the shot deep in me. Oh. Oh, yeah. Deep in my throat. Just like, I mean, I liken that to my live streams. I invite certain freedoms in my live streams that other streamers don't. As an example, I invite people to swear during my night streams. And other streamers just won't let you do it at all. Nothing wrong with that. But I invite a certain different type of vibe to my streams than other people will. Like, you know, you got to take it all within itself. You know, context matters. And I've said this for a lot. Context always matters. Is there an option for a 30-minute slowdown on YouTube chats, or is a 60-second? No, there. Okay, so for slowdown modes, for slow mode, you set your own. So you can go anywhere from a 1 second slowdown to 300 seconds. Which, God, for some reason, let me see. So 5 minutes. So the max I can go is 5 minutes. So anywhere from 1 second to 5 minutes between. You can't do a 30-minute. That's the limitation. So like I turned slow mode. Well, I didn't actually save it, so it didn't turn on. So yeah, slow mode can go anywhere from 1 second all the way up to 5 minutes, and it can go by the second. So usually I only do like 60. You know, if I need to increase it during E3, I will. But the problem is we do giveaways and they happen in the live chat. So I tend not to want to go more than the minute because, you know, then people might miss giveaways. So 60 to me seemed to work pretty well during E3. Even with the chat still going like this. Like, probably would still happen with 5 minutes too. So, what does simp mean? It's more of a youngin term. We didn't use it when I was a kid. Let's just say you're unabashedly horny for somebody. You find someone attractive and you not only let them know you're attractive, you donate to them to do things that make you hornier. Oh, let me donate this $10 so you shake your ass for me, baby. Oh, let me see you change it to an even skimpier swimsuit. Here's $20. Oh, yeah, baby. Touch me like that. Oh, yeah. Why don't you get deep into that microphone and whisper me some sweet nothings? Here's $50. Stuff like that. We didn't have experiences like that. We had phone sex lines when I was a kid, I guess. But you, like, paid by the minute. So I guess we technically had that. So I shouldn't say it didn't exist when I was a kid. It was just different. But we didn't call it simps. Where the actual term came from, I have no idea. I'm not a youngin'. So I have no idea where the term actually came from. But yeah, it's not like it didn't exist when I was younger. I don't think we had a name for it. I mean, you can say creeper, but I don't know if we had a specific name for it. Hey, quick question, guys. So I know Nintendo fixes the Joy-Con drift for free, but here in North America for sure. But what about Pro Controller drift? I don't know. All I would say, Jose, is call Nintendo's customer support. You'll usually get through pretty quickly, and you can literally ask them, "Hey, is this covered by your Joy-Con repair? Will you repair drift in my thing, or do I have to pay a fee?" Just ask the support. That's what's nice. Customer support, just a phone call away. I think it's 24 hours. You might even be able to call them right now. I don't think it's only during certain hours, but I can't remember. It's been a while since I've called customer support. But I had a very, very positive experience last time I talked to customer support, and that's before they realized I was a YouTuber. It wasn't until like 15 minutes into the conversation, the guy's like, "Wait a second. You're a YouTuber, aren't you?" I'm like, "Yeah, how do you know?" "Dude, I recognize that voice. What are you? You Nintendo Prime?" It was kind of weird seeing customer support recognize me. Like, "Oh, yeah, cool." But like, that's not how the conversation started. So they were being nice to me before they even realized who I was. So, what do you think? And that, by the way, that's not me trying to act like I'm a big deal. I thought it was really weird that someone at Nintendo's customer support watches my videos. But I guess they're just, I suppose that the customer support people are probably just like gamers that want to work at Nintendo. And I'm sure the job pays, okay, like $15 an hour or something, I'm sure it's fine. And you get to work at Nintendo and tell people you work at Nintendo. I mean, that's going to be enough for some people, Nothing wrong with that. Make that shot. Yes. Sweet. It's a really tight game between Milwaukee and the Utah Jazz right now. 4-point game with 3 minutes to go. Bucks up 4 on the road. Bucks have not won. By the way, fun fact, Milwaukee Bucks have not won in Utah since 2001. That's how long it's been. And for how great the Bucks have been the last 3 years, they lost all 3 of their games in Utah because they only play Utah twice a year. Once at home, once on the road. So, they just don't beat Utah on the road. So, if they win today, this is huge. Especially with Brook Lopez back. I know he's not in right now because, they're working him back into game shape, but cool. I've actually broken an analog stick on one of your Joy-Con. Have you? Damn, dude. Nintendo has the nicest customer support. GameStop support's not great. I mean, GameStop's experience varies, very different store to store, so. All right. Well, I think we are going to call that a stream. We're not getting too many more questions. Hotel Toon says, "What do you think of video game cartoons?" And I liked them when I was a kid. I still like the Zelda cartoon to this day. Joy-Cons are hard to put on when someone uses my Switch, and it's hard to put them back on. Joy-Cons are hard to put on when someone uses my Switch. What? Did they break the lock? That's the only thing I can think of is that the lock broke. All right. Well, I'm gonna catch you guys later. You guys are awesome, and amazing, and I thank you guys so much for the support. We had what, $64 in super chats tonight. That's awesome. We didn't get to the great hundo. We also didn't get a big boy in to do a custom wrap today. That's okay. You're not going to get that every live stream. Besides, it was J-Lo. J-Lo drops those big ones once in a while. We don't get a lot of people that go for the big boys. Maybe that'll happen tomorrow night. Now, normally, guys, tomorrow night I would be doing a game stream. I'm actually moving this week's game stream to Friday, and we're going to be doing a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe tournament stream, and hopefully have the new tracks we can play. So that's why we're going to move it. We're going to feature the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC this Friday. So should be fun. Should be fun. So we'll catch you guys then. Otherwise, we have a brand new video dropping tomorrow as always. Maybe multiple. Who knows? Depends on the news.